Hello and welcome everyone. This is Professor Siddharth Surana. I hope you guys are doing good. मैं तो हमेशा मस्ती रहता हूँ. Let's go ahead. Whatever introduction was supposed to be done or given is already done and given. I hope you are very clear about the things which were told to you in the last class. I strongly believe that daily revision wala part, discipline in class, everything you are going to follow, not just for a few days but throughout the batch. I also would like to bring to your notice that all those who filled the Google forms in a timely manner, we have processed their backup. Of course, those who are attending physically or online, backup is not required right now because you've already attended the class. But in case you ever happen to miss or something, so your backup is processed. You must have received email, WhatsApp, correct? The entire procedure is laid down, so you know how to get access to your backup. Are we very clear about this? Chali. So let's go ahead. We will now continue with our introduction chapter where we are trying to learn tax rates. For the purpose of tax rates, we are dividing first our learning into old regime and new regime. Correct? We are learning tax rates as per the old regime. Old regime maybe we will learn the tax rate assessee by assessee. Right now we are talking about the first assessee, that is individual. For the purpose of levy of tax, individuals are going to be divided into three categories. Category A is normal individual, does not mean B and C is abnormal. A means anybody who does not fall in B and C. Let's be clear very quickly. B con 60 to 79 at any time during the year or first day of the next year, but only and only if resident. What is category C? 80 and above at any time during the year or first day of the next year, but only and only if resident. That means what is category A? People of the age 0 to 59 and non-resident irrespective of age will fall in category A. Now let us learn what are the slabs. Abhi, do you understand? We will learn A ka slabs under A, B ka slabs under B. And do you also know that for the purpose of individuals, our Indian income tax law follows a concept of slab rate. Slab rate matlab as and when your income will increase, the tax will increase is an incorrect statement. Because for that, if we keep 1% flat rate also, as income will increase, tax will increase, no? As and when your income will increase, your rate will increase. Khali amount nahi, rate will increase. And that new rate will apply on that additional amount. So don't tell me you don't know slab rates. Correct? Hai? Let us learn what are the slabs. Category A has not changed for the last so many years. First 2,50,000. There will be no tax, which is very famously in income tax law known as the basic exemption limit. That means you and me, we will not be paying any tax till the time we earn rupees 2,50,000 in a year. 0 to 2,50,000 basic exemption. This was the same basic exemption when you were in intermediate. This is not changing. This is not expected to be changed. Our government is continuously trying to push people into new regime, directly or indirectly. Secretly, as we move further in our syllabus, I will explain how our government is forcing people to go to the new regime. So they are not touching the old regime at all. Same 0 to 250, 0%. Or maybe you can consider this as, like a revision of something that you have studied a few years ago. Next slab is from 2,50,000 to 5 lakh, 5%. I know you are CA final students. I know you are qualified professionals. Some of you all, I know you may not be wanting this explanation, but for the benefit of even one person who does not know this, if my income process 2,50,000, for example, my income is 4 lakh. When I will enter the 5% bracket, it is not going to be 4 lakh ka 5%. It is going to be obviously 1,50,000 ka 5%. I know you don't want also this explanation, but to make it clear, in case you have any doubt, first 250 will always be going at 0%. First 250 is always going to be a basic exemption. Is clear? Hai? Once we go from 5 lakh to 10 lakh, now how much is the amount in this bracket? 5 lakh rupees. On this 5 lakh, we will apply rate of 20%. So if my income is 8 lakh, my tax is not going to be 8 lakh into 20. My tax will be first 250, 0%. Next 250, 5%. The remaining 3 lakh will go in 8%. Tell me if it is too fast. Because here if I go too slow, you will not be accepting it. If it is too fast, tell me, I will slow down. Is that understood? And once I cross 10 lakh rupees, anything above 10 lakh, up to infinity will be taxable at a rate of 30%. From 10 lakh to infinity, everything will be taxable at 30%. Is that understood? Hello? To understand how tax calculation works, let's take a simple example. Supposingly my net taxable total income is rupees 12 lakh. Even intermediate students don't do this. First 250 ka 0 to nil, next 250 ka 5% to 12,500, next 5 lakh ka 20% to 1 lakh. Even inter students don't do it this way. We all know that till 10 lakh we have fixed amount of tax. Anything above 10 lakh will be taxable at 30%. So at a threshold of 10 lakh we have fixed amount of tax of rupees 1 lakh 12,500. What or how are we going to give effect to this? Take your net taxable total income on your calculator, subtract 10 lakh rupees. So your calculator will show the excess over 10 lakh. In our example, that is uska 30%, 60,000. In this example, it is 60,000, which is why my tax is coming to 1,72,500. But when you solve this question in exam, there is a shortcut, and I agree there is no shortcut to success in life, but this is not shortcut for success. This is shortcut to solve the question, and the suggested answer of ICAI is also presented like this only. Kaise? Net taxable total income minus 10 lakh into 30% plus 1,12,500 is how you are going to solve. Are you comfortable with this? Was it too fast? 2 lakh on your calculator into 30% plus the fixed amount of tax. Kitna? 1,12,500. Is that making sense to you, everyone? That is how we will calculate tax for category 1. Category 1 matlab non-resident any age and resident 0 to 59 years. Correct? Now let's talk about category B. Obviously, they are a little senior in age, so we will give them a little respect. Their tax will be lower than category A. They will get higher basic exemption limit. Basic exemption limit of senior citizen will be rupees 3 lakh. So there will be extra 50,000 of basic exemption. You and me, you are below 60. Me too. You and me will start paying tax after we cross 2,50,000. Senior citizens will start paying tax after they cross 3 lakh. But the rest of it is same. Matlab, from 3 lakh to 5 lakh, they will also have till 5 lakh 5%. From 5 lakh to 10 lakh, they too have 20%. And after 10 lakh, they too have 30%. The rest of it remains same. Hello? So the only difference is that income between 250 and 3 lakh. You don't have to be Aryabhat or a maths ka genius to understand this. The income between 250 to 3 lakh, that income here is coming in 5%. 250 to 3 lakh ke beech ka 50,000 is coming in category A in 5%. That means on that 50,000, how much tax is coming here? On that 50,000, 5%, 2,500 rupees. And that same 50,000 in this category is going from 5 to 0. That means on that 50,000 in category B, there is 0 tax. And effectively, the difference between category A and category B will be that 2,500 only, because the rest of it is same. First 250 is same, and after 3 lakh in infinity, everything is same. Difference is for the amount between 250 and 3 lakh. How much is that amount? 50,000. Category A mein 5%, category B mein 0%. And that difference of 2,500 is the difference in tax. And for those who still don't understand, samjho, please. To bring this clarity for you, let us take the same example so that you understand what is happening. Let us assume that the net taxable total income in this category also is. So how will you calculate? Here 0. Fast bolo. What into what equal to what? 2 lakh into 5%. 10,000. Now please understand, here we get 12,500, and that's the only difference between the two categories. Before and after this, everything is same. It is this difference of 2,500 which is the only difference in tax between category A and category B. If you have grandparents at home and you want to teach them, go tell them income tax gives you respect. What is the monetary value of your respect? 2005. The action taken by them, I am not responsible. So be sure before doing this. But you understood the difference is rupees 2,500. Rest of it is same only, no? Ye 1 lakh. Balance mein, this can go up to infinity. If we take the same example, it will again be 60,000 rupees. 2 lakh ke upar. Therefore, what is the tax here? 1 lakh. 70,000. Correct hai? Tell me the shortcut of solving it in exam, and you are permitted to do it in exam because ICAI ka suggested answer is also like this. How will you solve it? Take your net taxable total income on your calculator, subtract 10 lakh. That is giving you the excess over 10 lakh. This excess will be taxable at 30%, and this we will add rupees 1,10,000. The fixed amount of tax till 10 lakh rupees. So category A ka fixed amount of tax till 10 lakh rupees is 1,12,500, and category B ka fixed amount of tax till 10 lakh is 1,10,000. The rest of it is same. Is that clearly understood? And this brings us to the third and the final category: super senior citizen, residents who are 80 years and above at any time during the tax year, or also first day of the next tax year. Ye correct hai? They are going to be given a basic exemption. Basic exemption limit will be rupees 5 lakh. Basic exemption for super senior citizens will be rupees 5 lakh. Matlab, the bracket at which you and me will pay tax at 5%, they will not pay any tax at all, because 5 lakh is going to be their basic exemption limit. But the people who have the habit of memorizing things, bugging up 0, 5, 20, 30, 0, 5, 20, 30, 0, 5, 20, 30, 0, 5, that is not going to work here, because when their tax will start, it is directly going to start at 20%. They don't have the 5% bracket, because the 5% bracket which is applicable to other people is still 5 lakhs. And these people don't have any tax till 5 lakh. Do you understand the difference? After 10 lakh, 30%. So for super senior citizens, we have only 3 categories: 0, 20, 30. And which basically means the tax that these people pay in the 5% bracket, wo kitna? 12.5. The tax that these people pay in the 5% bracket, how much? 10%. Which is why between these two categories, we saw the difference of 2,500 is exactly the savings of these people. They will not be paying that tax, 12,500 or 10,000. Matlab, if we compare the difference of these two tax liabilities, you will get a difference of 10,000. If you compare these two, you will get a difference of 12.5, because between these two, we have already proved the difference of 2,500. And still, for being 100% sure, let us take the same net taxable total income of 12 lakh so that we have a clear comparison of the 3 categories of individual under the old tax regime. Haan bolo. First 0, then here you will have 1 lakh, and if we have taken 12 lakh ka example, so how much will go in 30%? 2 lakh. 2 lakh taxable at 30% will give you 60,000, which effectively will make it 1 lakh 60,000. And if you've really understood everything, this was not too fast, no? Pakka? If you've really understood everything, so please help me. Please help me with the shortcut of calculating tax for super senior citizens. Net taxable total income minus 10 lakh into 30%, plus this time it is going to be rupees 1. NTTI minus 10 lakh into 30%. This time it is going to be rupees 1 lakh. Is that clearly understood? Matlab, the only difference is 1,12,500, 1,10,000 and 1 lakh. That 5% ka bracket. This is how, and this is the shortcut in which you will solve your question in exam also. हाँ, लेकिन common sense बोलता है that shortcut will be used when the income in the question is more than 10 lakh. If the income is 8 lakh, so 8 lakh minus 10 lakh into 30% plus 1 lakh 12,000. Or don't react to this question by saying, "No, sir, it's a garibo ka tax, I don't solve it." Don't give me a question only if income is more than 10 lakh, otherwise I will not solve. Hello? Huh. So have we understood that the difference here is 2,500? The difference here is 10,000, which makes the difference here 12,500. Hello? Is that understood? This is how we will be calculating tax for individuals in the old regime for the tax year 26-27. दो बैड न्यूज कर लो, हो गया, डन। अभी बोलो बैड न्यूज नंबर 1, certain incomes will not be taxable at the slabs given above. Certain incomes will be taxable at special rates of tax. Certain incomes will be taxable at special rates, which means your tax calculation can't be directly applying the slabs. You will have to split your net taxable total income. Will NTTI contain all incomes? Incomes taxable at normal rates, incomes taxable at special rates. At the time of tax calculation, you will have to split your income. Normal income will be taxable as per. Now, if you were an intermediate student, I would have said slab rates. But final mein na, you have to learn company taxation, firm taxation, everything. And this concept applies to all of them. So when we say normal rates, it is a general statement which can be applied for all assessees. Normal rate matlab individual HUF slab rate, company firm flat rate. Normal income will be taxable as per applicable normal slab or flat. Special income will be taxable at special rates. You can't apply the above slabs on your total income if your total income comprises of incomes which are taxable at special rate. Some examples. We are not learning the sections right now. If you see the 5 chapters that I have provided to you right now you need only that much. The name of the 5th chapter of your index of your syllabus is special rates of tax. Check karo. Not now. Kabhi bhi check karo. The 5th chapter of our syllabus is special rates of tax. When you were an intermediate student, out of this chapter special rates of tax, only 5 sections were a part of your syllabus. 111A, short term stock market. 112, all long term capital gains. 112A, long term capital gain on stock market. 115BB, winning from lottery, crossword, puzzle, card game, any other game in the nature of betting, gambling, that is casual winning. Hello. And there was this 115BBE, which you may not remember: unexplained cash credit, unexplained income, unexplained investments. 60% plus 25 surcharge plus 4%, 78%. Only this much was applicable. Final mein special rates is a separate chapter, because in final you have to learn all special rates applicable to non-residents also. Final mein 30% of your paper is international tax. And on the first day itself, I make this very clear to you that any section of the income tax law, if it is applicable to non-resident, any section which is applicable to non-resident, any question which is on non-resident, that means it's a question from international tax. Something as simple as an exam question asking you to calculate tax of non-resident, that means that will be counted as a question of international tax. Whenever a question is giving resident ka foreign income, that means that question is from international tax. Non-resident ka Indian income, international tax. So if we have a chapter, NRI taxation, that chapter means it's a part of, it is in Income Tax Act, but it will come in the weightage of 30 marks given to international tax. All provisions applicable to non-residents are provisions from international tax. So we have lot of sections. For example, एक छोटा छोटा example I am giving you. I will write 2-3 of them. This will be, things that you like, relatable. For example, when a non-resident sports person comes to you, वो things that you like, तो क्या relatable होगा? क्या? What are we talking about? We could have spoken about the women's cricket team also, but then the only thing that hits you is IPL. So fair enough. IPL, foreign sports persons, a non-resident entertainer coming to India, for a concert, maybe Travis Scott आया था नहीं? Hello, Justin Bieber नहीं? किसका कॉन्सर्ट देखते हो? अनूप जैन? He is not a non-resident, first of all. Hello, if they come and perform a concert in India, if foreign sports persons come and earn income in India, there is a special rate of tax given for them. Final में you have to learn all of this. Let me remind you, in the last class I told you that this is the last time you are being subjected to classroom coaching. So anything which is a part of the syllabus you have to learn. But I will give you examples which are relatable. So I will talk about short-term capital gain that you earn on stock market. Bro, short-term capital gain normally is taxable at normal rates. Short-term capital gain on land, building, jewelry will be taxable at normal rate. Special rate will come on short-term capital gain only if it is earned on stock market. The old section was 111A. This is now in 196. If we talk about long-term capital gains outside of stock market, obviously, earlier it was 112, now it is 197. If we talk about long-term capital gain on stock market, earlier it was 112A, now it is 198. If we talk about one last example, and I am purposely giving those examples which are relatable for you. New section numbers we will learn at an appropriate time. वैसे भी I have another piece of information for you. You take it as good news or bad news, that you decide. You guys studied capital gains ka chapter before the 2024 budget. Applicable budget for November 23 was the 22 ka budget. Applicable budget for May 24, September 24, Jan 25 tak applicable budget was your 23 ka budget. And then 24 ka revolutionary budget by a revolutionary finance minister came, which basically has changed the entire capital gain chapter any which way. Matlab, whether you change the income tax act or you don't change the income tax act, in the old income tax act also, the capital gain ka chapter is fully different from what you have studied. You studied short term capital gain 111A 15%. That 111A became 20, and now 111A became 196. Matlab, for you, section number and rate of tax both are different. You studied long term capital gains 112, 20%, or some cases 10% without indexation. 112 got amended, indexation abolished, rate of tax on LTCG 12.5, and now 112 has become 197. So वैसे भी these sections are completely new for you. Last thing, long term capital gain on stock market. You studied 10% on excess over 1 lakh, section 112A. In 24 ka budget, 112A changed 12.5% on the excess over 1,25,000. So section ka rule changed. Now section number also changed. So for you, everything is going to be new. Don't worry, we will be learning all these sections on an assumption that you don't remember anything. And I know that is not assumption, that is the reality. Correct? And वैसे भी you can't be expected to remember this because it changed in between. Unless you are doing hardcore taxation work in office, working on income tax cases on a regular basis, which none of you all are doing. So वैसे भी we will be doing these sections. Again, the only sukoon that you will get in life is casual winning. 30%. Then and now 30. Section number has changed. So earlier you never learned the section number any which way. So tension nahi hai. Casual winning, rate of tax 30%. Clear? Section 194. Is that clear? Right now, the target is not to teach you special rates ka chapter. It's a separate chapter that we have to learn. Right now, the target is to make you understand if my 12 lakh, oh, short term memory loss. ये 12 lakh. If my 12 lakh contains 5 lakh long term capital gain, I can't apply these slabs. वो 5 lakh पे 12.5 करके 7 lakh पे I will apply slabs. If my 12 lakh contains 10 lakh casual winnings, so 10 lakh will directly go in 30 without any basic exemption, without any slabs. Hello? So the above slabs that you have, the above rates that you have studied are applicable only for your normal incomes. Special incomes will be taxable at special income will be taxable at special rate. ये clear है everyone? Second bad news. The above tax that you have calculated, which can be tax as per normal rates and also tax as per special. Once you know the special rates of tax chapter, sooner or later we will. Whatever tax you have calculated, tax as per normal rates, tax as per special rate is called basic tax. This is not the final amount that you will be paying to the income tax department. You can't even call it your tax liability. This is basic tax. And this basic tax is going to change due to some concepts, due to some amounts. The names of those concepts are: one, there is going to be some rebate. Whenever such garib, bhikari, beggar words are used, kaisa? Rebate, reduction, relief, credit. That means there is going to be reduction in your tax liability. You may be subjected to an additional tax called surcharge. Surcharge is extra tax for super rich people. But mark my words, I said maybe, but you will be subjected to an extra tax called HEC. Full form yaad hai? Same. Health and Education Cess. You will be subjected to these additional concepts. So if you stop at 1,72,500, 172,500 कौन सा? Assuming I have only normal income, so what is my tax liability? 172,500. That's not the final answer. You won't get marks by giving this answer. And as a chartered accountant, you can't communicate this amount to your client. Just imagine a CA talking to client. Your tax is 172,500, लेकिन change होगा. He will change करके देना. Your duty to change and give it. No. Why are you even giving an intermediate amount to me? मैं क्या करूँ 172,500 का? As a chartered accountant, you need to first know all of them, then calculate all of them, change the tax. That tax will be called final tax. Tell your client this is your liability. अरे समझा क्या? That means even if you know normal rates, even if you know special rates, you can't complete tax calculation unless and until you are aware of rebate, surcharge, HEC. One by one, we will have to learn these three concepts. Which three concepts? Rebate, surcharge, cess. Once we learn these three concepts, we can finally say कि क्या होगा? Introduction chapter tax rates, hash, nash. Old regime of individual will get over. Then we go to the other assessees. So three concepts, one by one. ये clear है? Whatever tax we have calculated so far is only, come on, is only basic tax. This tax is going to change because of three things. What are the three things? Rebate, surcharge, cess. One by one. First concept, the concept of rebate under section. If you are able to say 87A, that much is also good for me. Hash. Chalo, very good. But 87A now becomes section 156. Rebate under section 87A of the old Income Tax Act will now become rebate under section 56. रिबेट का मतलब रिडक्शन इन योर टैक्स लायबिलिटी. But I'll tell you what mistakes people make. They calculate rebate and they minus it from 12 lakh rupees. Tell me what is the mistake? It is to be subtracted from and not from. When we subtract something from our income, it is an exemption or a deduction. Exemption, deduction, maybe there is difference. Exemption we don't include. Deduction we first include, it comes in the total, then we minus. That is the fundamental difference between exemption and deduction. But rebate will not be subtracted from income. Rebate will be subtracted from. So if we stick to our example for clarity purposes, rebate will not be subtracted from 12 lakh. Rebate will be subtracted from 1,72,500 if you are eligible. We will have to check the eligibility. If everyone was eligible, they would have reduced it here only. No. One thing we all know that everyone is not eligible for rebate. So who is eligible, who is not eligible, we will see. But once you know that the assessee is eligible, you will subtract rebate not from income but from tax. Do you understand this? Me CA, you client. CA, client. Hi client. Bol hi C. Hi client. I have calculated your tax, but you are going to be eligible for rebate also. As a client, you will start dancing. Dance karte karte, you should be having two questions about rebate. Ask those two questions. How much? Quantum of rebate. वो second question. Before that, quantum of rebate, correct. Second question. We can't do the quantum first. पहले क्या? How will I become eligible for the rebate? What are the conditions that I have to fulfill to become eligible for rebate? Conditions to be fulfilled to be eligible for rebate under 156. Let me try this. Hopes zero है, expectation zero है, but I am only trying my luck. Conditions? Anyone? Not because you worked on it in office. If you remember it from 3 years ago. Resident, that's it. Individual. Huh? Entity up to? You remember this? You remember this? From office related work? So? Resident. Plus matlab and matlab cumulative condition. You have to fulfill all the three conditions. Rebate will be given only and only to individual. Matlab if the assessee is non-resident, so rebate not allowed. If the assessee is HUF company firm, dekho, we have not yet started tax rates of company firm HUF LLP, but we already know that whatever be their tax, they are definitely not going to be eligible for rebate, because rebate is applicable only to individuals. Third, be careful when you speak about this. Net taxable total income. So you saying less than 5 lakh will invite trouble. Equal to wala jo part hai is one area where brightest of students go wrong. I will explain how. Brightest of students make a mistake when it comes to equal to wala amount. Kaise? You have the habit of learning rebate if my income is less than 5 lakh, less than 5 lakh, less than 5 lakh, less than 5 lakh. Now CA mein, they will not ask you a question where the amount is coming to 4 lakh or 6 lakh. If the amount is 4 lakh, obviously there will be rebate. If the amount is 6 lakh, obviously there will be no rebate. They will ask you a question where the amount, the income is exact 5 lakh. Ab habit kya? Less than 5 lakh, less than 5. Exam mein you're sitting and scratching your head. Abhi kya karu? So be very, very clear about the subtle chota point. Equal to, especially when you go to TDS ka chapter. TDS in final has to be done in full-fledged detail, every single section. And one of the best news that I can give you is TDS mein now there are only 2-3 sections. Only 2 sections. You know, earlier we had 194 A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T tak chala gaya tha. Only 2-3 sections. One for residents, one for non-residents, 1 TDS not applicable in the following cases, मतलब exceptions हो गया. सैलरी के लिए they have kept one separate section. मस्त है ना, मतलब they have reduced the content. नहीं, टेबल में रखा. नेचर ऑफ पेमेंट, पेयर, पेई, रेट, मॉनेटरी लिमिट. तो when monetary limit of TDS comes, for example professional fees 50,000, you may be aware of 50,000 because your boss is suffering TDS the moment his bill value is exceeding 50,000. बट प्रॉब्लम आपका कैसे होएगा? आपको प्रोफेशनल फीस कौन देता है ब्रो? तो बॉस ही सफर करेगा. If the fees is 40,000, no TDS, 60,000, yes TDS, एग्जाम का क्वेश्चन will ask you on 50 only. TDS में तो सबसे ज्यादा they play this game. ICAI. So be clear. Income exact 5 lakh है तो rebate is going to be allowed. At exact 5 lakh also rebate will be allowed. So be smart. Check income but minus from tax. Hello? सुना? Check income but reduce from tax. So if the assessee is non-resident, no rebate. If the assessee is company, firm, AOP, LLP, no rebate. So no, you know we calculated tax for ABC ऊपर. A का tax was how much? 172,500. Assume करो A is resident individual. Resident individual. Tax is 172,500. Less than 5 lakhs. And therefore rebate? हाँ? नहीं. क्यों? इनकम इज 12 लाख. इनकम देखना होता है. हेलो, डू यू अंडरस्टैंड? एंड इफ यू आर एलिजिबल तो माइनस फ्रॉम टैक्स. ये क्लियर है? एंड सेकेंड क्वेश्चन, क्वांटम ऑफ रिबेट. एक्चुअल टैक्स और 12,500, whichever is low. Maximum 12,500. Actual tax or 12,500, whichever is lower. Very quickly we will do some examples. Very quickly, huh? Supposingly A, B and C above, for whom you have calculated tax. Remember B and C are resident individual, then only they go in B and C. Senior and super senior. The liabilities of all of them 172,500, 170, 160, they were all below 5 lakhs. So rebate? Q? No rebate. Why? As NTTI was greater than 5 lakh. Correct है? Second, Mr. S रेसिडेंट. देखो मिस्टर एस मतलब हेलो इंडिविजुअल. कम ऑन. सेकेंड, रेसिडेंट. नेट टैक्सेबल टोटल इनकम 8 लाख रुपीज. विल देयर बी रिबेट? क्यों नो? अच्छा, whatever is the rebate behind, whatever is the reason behind saying no rebate, we will highlight it so that we know why no rebate. Third, Mr. S. This time NTTI is 4 lakh. NTTI अभी तो within the limit है. Correct? क्यों? अरे income is within the limit now. Non-resident. तो नो रिबेट. सॉरी, फास्ट है तो टेल मी. हाँ, आई विल स्लो डाउन व्हेनेवर यू विल. आई विल नॉट से इट अगेन एंड अगेन एंड अगेन. व्हेनेवर यू फील दैट सर थोड़ा फास्ट हो गया, यू डिड नॉट अंडरस्टैंड, यू टेल मी. आई नो वेयर आई शुड गो फास्ट, वेयर आई शुड गो वेरी स्लो, बट इन केस यू आर नॉट कंफर्टेबल, यू टेल मी इमीडिएटली. यू टेल मी. ओके, आई विल नॉट से इट अगेन एंड अगेन. एनटीटीआई 4 लाख. ठीक है, रेसिडेंट है. Is that also fine? HUF. अरे क्यों? Only for एक मिनट. 2 out of 3 conditions done. No, 67%. नहीं, cumulative है. All the 3 100% conditions, and therefore ये correct है. Okay. Next. Mr. S, resident, 37 years. Which bracket to apply category A, B or C? For that, every exam question gives you the age. In case the age in the question is not given, you always take category A. In case residential status is not given, you always take category A. Hello? अगर senior citizen है and residential status is not given, so you can take B and C. But if they ask a question, they will always specify about residential status. Correct? And age is not given, so category A you take. But this time everything is given. Net taxable total income 4 lakh rupees. Rebate allowed, but rebate you don't subtract from income. So what is your first task or step? Calculate basic tax. How much is your basic tax? वो mental maths एग्जाम में 5 + 3 8 होता है कि 7 होता है? यू आर गोइंग टू कंफर्म ओनली. सॉल्व करो. 7,000 250 पे 0 1,50,000 का 5%. नाउ वी विल कैलकुलेट एक्चुअल टैक्स 7,500. 7,500 के 12,500. Obviously you can't subtract 12,500 from this and tell the yo तू मेरे को 5,000 दे. My income is too less, you give me 5. ऐसा नहीं होता है. हेलो, तो एक्चुअल टैक्स और 7,500 whichever is lower. Sometimes when I give this example 5, people say कि सर खुद का ही एग्जाम्पल दे रहे हो blah 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 etc. So when I told people about my income, they realized कि sir, so your income is only this much. We feel so sorry for you. We can't give you extra money because we are also articles, but we can give you good wishes. May God bless you. So when you give me good wishes, my income increased. So starting ka data is same. So I don't want to repeat this. Matlab person is same. Khali with your good wishes, income amount increased from 4 lakh, it became 5 lakh. अरे 25% growth है भाई, परसेंटेज में देख, परसेंटेज. Eligible for rebate कितना? Step number 1, basic tax. Then we will decide how much. Basic tax on 5 lakh, 12,500. And from this, how much rebate we will subtract? 12,500. This only those people will understand who know that exact 5 lakh maybe you get rebate. If you don't know that, you won't get this answer. Less than 5 lakh, you don't go. It is not less than 5 lakh. It is up to 5 lakh. It is less than equal to 5 lakh. But minus not from income, minus from tax. When I told some more students कि देखो wishes की वजह से income increase होता है, तो from 4 lakh it became 5 lakh. So they said ठीक है, तो if that works, then we give you more wishes. They gave me more good wishes, and my income again increased because of good wishes from all the students. 5 lakh and 10 rupees. Every increase is an increase. Step number 1, basic tax. बोलो basic tax. Come on. खाली कॉपी मत करो, सॉल्व करो. Basic tax. See 5 lakh पे how much do you get? 12,500. That is okay. Extra 10 rupee will be taxable at 20%. New bracket will apply. 10 rupees का 20%. Are you comfortable with this? पक्का? If you have any difficulty in understanding this, then tell me. नहीं? अभी बोल. Next step. क्यों? बोल. Rebate 0 के tax 0. क्यों? NTTI greater than 5 lakh. इतना क्या लंबा समझ. NTTI greater than 5 lakh. No rebate. अरे NTTI greater than 5 lakh तो no rebate. I thought that I will not troll you because you are not sitting there, but you are inviting it कि सर नहीं, मजा नहीं आ रहा है. शॉर्ट में बोलने का ना, NTTI is greater than 5 lakh तो there will be no rebate. Story is over. Hello, clear हुआ? Now an intelligent student should interrupt and ask a question. नहीं, रिबेट में देयर इज नो मार्जिन. इतना भी इंटेलिजेंस. मार्जिनल रिलीफ कम्स ओनली अंडर सरचार्ज. रिबेट में देयर इज मार्जिनल रिलीफ इन द न्यू रेजिम. वी विल डिस्कस द न्यू रेजिम सेपरेटली लेटर. मोस्ट पीपल डोंट नो मार्जिनल रिलीफ ऑल्सो. सब होएगा, टेंशन मत लो. ओके, बट दैट इज नॉट देयर इन रिबेट. रिबेट में नहीं है. इन ओल्ड रेजिम इट इज नॉट इन रिबेट. रिबेट में इट इज ओनली इन न्यू रेजिम. सरचार्ज इज द ओनली कॉन्सेप्ट which always had marginal relief. Surcharge पे we will go later. The question is, sir, what is the eligibility level of rebate? 5 lakh का income. At 5 lakh, we went and examined all the categories. So we realized the highest possible tax at 5 lakh is 12,500, which is also the rebate का amount. Sir, why was this required, sir? ये time pass क्यों? Sir, you could have simply said actual tax. Anyways, the actual tax was going to be maximum 12,500. Go check the 3 categories. Category B का तो 10,000 ही है till 5 lakh. And category C तो there is no tax only till 5 lakh. तो ये time pass क्यों किया, sir? You could have simply said actual tax, which was anyways not going to be more than 12,500. तो whichever is lower का time pass. देखो ना, wherever we have subtracted rebate, we have subtracted the actual tax only. क्वेश्चन समझा? क्या आंसर है? Whenever an income is taxable at special rate. So स्टार्टिंग का डेटा सेम. सपोजिंगली सैलरी इनकम 3 लाख रुपीस है एंड लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन ऑन सेल ऑफ हाउस इज 2 लाख. वही रेसिडेंट, इंडिविजुअल, एज 37, बाकी सब डेटा आई हैव गिवन यू. व्हाट इज द नेट टैक्सेबल टोटल इनकम? इज दिस असेसी एलिजिबल फॉर रिबेट? रेसिडेंट, इंडिविजुअल, एग्जैक्ट 5 लाख एलिजिबल फॉर रिबेट. बट रिबेट के लिए वी विल हैव टू फर्स्ट कैलकुलेट बेसिक टैक्स. करो 0 to 250, 250 to 5 lakh. नहीं, whenever an income comprises of special rate, we will have to split it into special rate, normal rate. This you can't be expected to know because it changed after you took an exit from CA Inter. So you can't be expected to know this. And section number 2, I have zero expectation. वैसे भी any which way all the sections have changed. Just to let you know, long-term capital gain का tax rate, latest tax rate in income tax law is 12.5%. Newspaper report में, influencers के videos में, office के work में, you must have come across this after 24 का budget. That's a different thing. But when we conduct the class, we assume that people are dummy articles. They don't know anything from newspaper reports. They don't know anything from office. They don't know anything. वेद हाँ बोल रहे हैं. हाँ सर, राइट. तो 12.5%. आई एम हेल्पिंग यू विद द रेट ऑफ टैक्स. वन डे आई विल टीच यू स्पेशल रेट्स ऑफ टैक्स. तो वैसे भी हो जाए. दिस विल बी टैक्सेबल एट स्लैब्स. नो, इसमें तो प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. टुडे ओनली वी हैव स्टडीड. तो टेल मी, दिस इज 25,000, दिस इज 2,500. व्हाट इज योर बेसिक टैक्स? 27,500. हेलो. एंड फ्रॉम दिस बेसिक टैक्स we will subtract rebate. कितना? This time it will be only 12,500. No bro, actual tax or 12,500, whichever is lower. Ordinarily actual tax till 5 lakh can't be more than 12,500. The only possibility is if your income comprises of incomes which are taxable at special rate. समझा? आर यू श्योर? तो ऐसा सरप्राइज वाला क्या हुआ? स्पेशल टैक्स, नॉर्मल टैक्स, तो टोटल टैक्स कितना हुआ? यू अंडरस्टूड लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन है एंड दिस इज योर अदर इनकम. तो स्पेशल इनकम स्पेशल रेट, नॉर्मल इनकम नॉर्मल रेट. स्लैब्स का कैलकुलेशन अंडरस्टूड. 50,000 का 5%, 2,500. 27,500 में से वी विल गिव रिबेट ऑफ 12,500. क्लियर है? अभी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं? ओके वेट, देयर इज वन प्रॉब्लम, वन स्मॉल प्रॉब्लम which you should be knowing. There will be no rebate against the tax that is calculated under section 198. 198 is basically the long-term capital gain that you earn on stock market. Wherever required, I will speak the old section if you find it comfortable. 112A का 112A के टैक्स के अगेंस्ट you will not be getting any rebate. 112A long term capital gain on stock market in the new act has become 198. long term capital gain on stock market, उसके टैक्स के अगेंस्ट you will not get rebate. I will explain the rationale with an example. Original data same. Salary 3 lakh. This time we have long term capital gain. Which one? 198. 98 मतलब stock market. Stock market का long term capital gain 2 lakh. Net taxable total income. ये easy है. How to calculate tax? What is your first step? Come on. स्टॉक मार्केट का 2 लाख सेपरेट होगा. हेलो. अदर इनकम का 3 लाख विल बी सेपरेट. दिस 3 lakh will be taxable as per slabs. So this amount is not difficult for you. 2,500. Now, as far as this is concerned, I could have expected you, but I am not expecting because this has changed. After 2024, it has changed. Now the section number has also changed, but inside the section, the data has changed. Not in the new act. In the old act itself, in the 2024 का budget, a big change took place. Stock market में earlier it was first 1 lakh 0 and balance पे 10. Now it is first 125 0. तो balance is how much? वो 75,000 पे it will be 12.5%. 12.5% on excess over 1,25,000. So you get what? 9375. कर लो चेक कर लो. ट्रस्ट गुड. मेंटेन दिस. 9375 2500. Question 1 is the assessee resident. Question 2 individual. Question 3 income exact 5 lakh. Question 4 eligible for rebate. Yes, usually quantum of rebate is this actual tax or 12,500, whichever is lower, but this is where the concept change is going to be applicable. When I subtract rebate here, ladies and gentlemen, I will get rebate only of this 2,500. This amount here is not eligible for rebate. Now go and read the heading again. The tax calculated under section 198 long term capital gain on stock market heading पर is not going to be eligible for any rebate. ये समझा क्या? Hello, give me the logic please. That was 12.5 or normal ATCG also. First 1,25,000 पे we are not taking any tax, is in itself a tax benefit that we are providing. तो फिर extra tax benefit expect मत करो. You understand? Hello, पक्का? Everyone clear? हाँ. तो ladies and gentlemen, this is rebate as per the old regime. New regime में what changes have taken place that we will discuss in the new regime. Right now, old regime क्या? Resident individual income up to 5 lakh, actual tax or 12,500, whichever is low. Assuming that the assessee has only normal incomes, people having income till 5 lakh will have no tax. Because whatever tax comes at 5 lakh, 12,500 will go away in the form of rebate. Go check the 3 assessees for which we have learned tax calculation. Do you realize 250, 3 lakh and 5 lakh are the 3 basic exemption limits for the 3 categories? सर हमने तो 12 लाख सुना था. तो 12 लाख इज बेसिक एग्जेम्पशन लिमिट किधर? ओपन नहीं है. There is no basic exemption limit called 12. 12 lakh is one of the biggest scams of independent India. After demonetization and GST, of course. 12 lakh is the rebate eligibility. So till 12 lakh, whatever tax will come. Basic exemption 4 lakh. So after 4 lakh tax will start. New regime का I'm telling you. Till 12 lakh there will be some tax. That will become 0. जैसे here we have 5 lakh and 12,500, there we have 12 lakh and 60,000. If you cross 12, you go to 13, you start paying tax from 4 lakh. All the tax that is calculated is payable. You are CA final students, you know this. There is a difference between rebate eligibility and basic exemption limit, but that only you and me understand. Finance Minister Piyush Goyal sir, 2019 का budget, interim budget before elections, he came to the parliament with a lollipop. That was exactly 2019 lollipop budget. 1 SOP का 2 SOP. Section 54, sell a house, buy a house. 1 की जगह पे 2 houses का exemption allowed. All that happened in 2019 interim budget. He comes to the parliament and says there will be no tax for anyone earning income up to 5 lakhs. People thought basic exemption. No, sir. Basic exemption yesterday, today and tomorrow. 2,50,000. Till 5 lakh, no tax. But if you cross 5 lakh, you have to pay everything. He did not say anything about that. And current respected honorable finance minister, she copied this statement also. No tax up to 12 lakh. First of all, that is rebate eligibility. If your income is 13 lakh, you have to pay all the tax. And secondly, that is also only in the new regime. In case I want to take my exemptions and deductions and I want to stick to the old regime. Personally speaking, last year I filed my income tax return as per the old regime. This year, now that March is over, next couple of months we have to file our income tax returns. I am 100% sure I will file as per old regime. Next year, because of the new income tax act, the disallowability of anything against presumptive income, if I calculate my income as per earlier 4480 AD and now it comes under section 58, where I get direct 50% ka benefit, but against that, if I am not able to adjust my home loan ka loss, against that, if I am not able to adjust my 80C, my 80D, by the end of it, if she survives for a few years more, I probably eligible for 80U, which is all the section numbers have changed. 80U bola to relatable hoga. If I tell you 154, you won't find it relatable. 80C is 123, 80D is 126, 80U is 154. The point here hai that I might have to next year move to the new regime. But as of now, old regime. And old regime mein to basic exemption is 2,50,000. After 5 lakh, rebate also goes up. 12 lakh is a very, very big scam. गलती से भी आके बोलना मत सर मैंने तो 12 लाख सुना था. Is that clear? Rebate eligibility, that also in the new regime. We'll talk about it in some time. ये old regime का rebate का concept is clear to everyone. 3 conditions, very quickly tell. 3 conditions for being eligible for rebate: resident, individual, income up to 5 lakh, and quantum of rebate, actual tax or 12,500, whichever is lower. However, this rebate will not be allowed against the tax that you have calculated under section 198. अभी 190. अरे मेरा भी हैबिट धीरे धीरे चेंज 198. I am very conscious about speaking section numbers, लेकिन कभी by mistake 112 निकल जाए तो it is 196, 197, 198 now. Capital gains का special. ठीक है, धीरे धीरे करके we will learn all the new sections. Okay. चलिए, let's go ahead. Second concept, the concept of मिलता है. What did I say? Only long term. Now if you say कि सर रिटर्न फाइल करते वक्त नहीं मिल रहा है या एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा, पहली बात तो सुनो, न्यू रेजिम में यू जो रिटर्न यू आर फाइलिंग इन ऑफिस, यू आर फाइलिंग दैट एज पर ओल्ड रेजिम के न्यू रेजिम. पहले वो बोलो, वो उसका मैं बताऊंगा. टुडेज क्वेश्चन इज अबाउट ओल्ड रेजिम के न्यू रेजिम. ओल्ड रेजिम में ओनली लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन ऑन स्टॉक मार्केट के अगेंस्ट नॉट. न्यू रेजिम most likely today we will reach at least the beginning of new regime, even if not the end of new regime, because it's big, lots of exemption deductions to be foregone. Naya wala slabs you have to understand. Rebate mein there is marginal relief, but if you have that anxiety right now, I can speak in one line. New regime mein ye line hai, no rebate against any special rate ka tax. Difference kya hai? Matlab there short term stock market, normal long term capital gain. Let me clarify one big thing. यहाँ पे if casual winning है और total income up to 5 lakh है, nothing is mentioned. मतलब casual winning में भी people are minus है. But new regime में the change is any income taxable at special rate, no rebate. ये clear हुआ? Any income taxable at special rate, there will be no rebate. Clear? What happened in the year 2024-25? In the three sections which used to exist at that point of time, 111 है, 112, 112 है. 112A is the only section जो अभी 198 है, जिसमें लिखा that any assessee who has this tax will not be eligible for rebate. मतलब the remaining two sections they have not said anything. And rebate के section में तो कुछ भी नहीं लिखा है. So it was not problem of section 87A, it was problem of section 112A, जिसमें लिखा no rebate if this tax is come. Of course, 87A has become 156 and 112A has become 198. ये समझा? Then when people filed their returns, having short-term capital gain, तभी का 111 है. They calculated the tax and if the income was within the range, they took the rebate. Whether old regime, new regime, because 24-25 में both regimes were there. People took the rebate. Assessing officer disallowed rebate against short-term capital gain. 111A वाला. ये actual case है. अपने को पता नहीं होगा because हम क्या stat audit और वो ऑफिस में डमी काम. तो I am telling you this is an actual case. Assessing officers disallowed income tax का वो जो सिस्टम है ना, they were not allowing rebate. वो 143(1) जब 143 इंटीमेशन के अंदर अगर देखा होगा इंटीमेशन, नहीं तो इंटीमेशन इज इन आवर सिलेबस. नाउ इन फाइनल का सिलेबस इट इज दैट सेक्शन नंबर बदल गया, इट इज सेक्शन 270 ब्रैकेट में सबसेक्शन 1. इंटीमेशन के अंदर दे वर डिनाइंग दैट rebate के स्पेशल रेट के सामने नहीं मिलता, which is the only section which mentions not allowed long term stock market. सेक्शन नंबर मत बोलो, कॉन्सेप्ट long term stock market, but the system is allowing also, disallowing also against short term. Most people accepted and paid it. Some people went to Bombay High Court. Bombay High Court का actual judgment है, published judgment है. देखूंगा, मिलेगा तो I will share the PDF with you. Might have deleted also. Actual judgment है which said कि अगर section बोलता है only long term capital gain के against not allowed, तो assessing officers cannot deny against the other special rates and you have to give it. Assessee won the case. Question of law था, High Court में गया. Section was silent about other incomes. They mentioned only not allowed against long term. फिर इन्होंने क्या किया 2025 के बजट में, न्यू रेजिम 25 का बजट, मतलब for you it has become 1 year old now, not even an amendment now. 25 के बजट में they said कोई भी स्पेशल रेट के अगेंस्ट नॉट allowed. तो what we thought कि बॉम्बे हाई कोर्ट का जजमेंट दे आर नलिफाइंग, बट मिस्टेक है इन द ड्राफ्टिंग ऑफ दिस प्रोविजन. 87A में फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ इज rebate as per old regime, उसमें they did not bring any change. Second paragraph is rebate as per new regime, that whenever an assessee pays tax as per section 115 BAC subsection 1A, old act का new regime का section, तो no rebate against special. मतलब old regime में even today it is this. Short term अगर stock market है, will you get rebate? Old regime में yes, but not against tax that you calculate in the new regime. New regime is easier. Any tax calculated at special rate, no rebate against it. ये clear हुआ? We will talk about that rebate and this line corresponding to. Difference क्या है? Old regime में, which is the only special rate income disqualified, long term stock market, only stock market. New regime में all special. Sir, now you will be wondering, sir, ऐसा कैसे sir? Some consistency has to be there. एक तो whom are you expecting consistency from? First thing. Second thing. Most of the things they have copied as it is from the old act, and they are assuming that 12 lakh rebate ka eligibility. How much ever we criticize the new regime, as a chartered accountant I am still filing my return in the old regime. How much ever I criticize, If there is some person who is working at a monthly salary of 50, 60, 70, 75, 80,000, which is, the benchmark of middle class, your annual income is somewhere about 9 lakh, 10 lakh rupees, maybe as a newly qualified chartered accountant, probably will be also your first salary anywhere between 10 lakh rupees, 11 lakh, anything under 12 lakh rupees. And assuming that first year hai, you may not be having too much of income in the form of dividend or bank interest. Matlab your NTTI is staying within the threshold of 12 lakh. अब 12 lakh है या तो 170 to 500 प्लस सेस या जीरो क्यों? द टेम्पटेशन नहीं सर, न्यू ही ठीक है. तो दे आर अज्यूमिंग कि अभी ओल्ड में तो रहेगा ही कौन, एंड दैट इज व्हाई दे आर नॉट क्लैरिफाइंग एनीथिंग. न्यू में बोल दिया स्पेशल रेट, नो रिबेट, एनी इनकम इन स्पेशल रेट. ओल्ड में आज भी इट इज दिस, एंड ओल्ड दे आर नॉट टचिंग ओनली एज इट इज. कॉपी करके चेक करो 3 इयर्स पहले का टैक्स रेट है. एवरीथिंग दैट वी हैव स्टडीड टिल नाउ, ऐसे लग रहा है कि इट इज ओनली रिवीजन दैट यू आर डूइंग, बिकॉज नथिंग हैज चेंज्ड ओवर द पास्ट सो मेनी इयर्स. ये क्लियर है. और एक लास्ट काम, बिकॉज यू आर इंटरेस्टेड, एनी स्टूडेंट हु इज इंटरेस्टेड इन नॉलेज नाउ, उसमें बहुत ज्यादा आई एंजॉय एनटीजी. गो टू इनकम टैक्स का वेबसाइट, ओके, यू विल गेट अ लिंक टैक्स कैलकुलेटर. उसमें 2 लिंक होएगा, बेसिक कैलकुलेटर एंड एडवांस कैलकुलेटर. गो टू दैट एडवांस कैलकुलेटर. बेसिक कैलकुलेटर में यू कैन ओनली पुट टोटल इनकम एंड दे विल गिव यू टैक्स. एडवांस कैलकुलेटर में दे परमिट यू टू चूज पहले नेचर ऑफ असेसिंग, मतलब ड्रॉप डाउन बॉक्स है इंडिविजुअल एचयूएफ, देन residential status, then you can choose with the drop down box which previous year assessment year या अभी tax year. Then you can actually choose capital gain है क्या in the total income. Capital gain का date you can choose, on which date that capital gain took place. Enter these amounts. एक काम करना, खाली 111 है and basic income करना, and make sure that the total is up to 5 years. They also give this option कि you want to calculate as per old regime के new regime. Old regime करना, only short term stock market, नॉर्मल इनकम, एंड कीप द टोटल अंडर रेसिडेंट इंडिविजुअल लेना, नहीं तो रिबेट नहीं. ऑब्वियसली चेक कर 111 के अगेंस्ट इज देयर वेबसाइट अलाउइंग यू रिबेट. चेक कर, विल टॉक अबाउट इट अगेन टुमारो. मैंने कर लिया, आई नो द आंसर, बट चेक कर, बिकॉज व्हेन दे विद 2025 का बजट, लास्ट ईयर व्हेन आई वाज टीचिंग May 26 का स्टूडेंट्स, May 26 November 26 कॉमन बैच था. I was also wondering कि ये अमेंडमेंट आया है, बट ऐसा कैसे है that old regime में only one income and new regime में all incomes? Is that a drafting error or my mistake of interpretation? मैं वेबसाइट पे जाके चेक किया in this tax calculator. पहले old regime I chose, तो all other incomes के against they are giving rebate and not giving only against 112 है long term stock. New regime में they are not giving against. मतलब basically what we are doing here is correct as per their website also, income tax का website. As far as case laws are concerned, सच बोलूं that the moment 2 people disagree no कि नहीं this section का tax means this or that, you and me can disagree and file a case, and that is why we have tax litigation. That is why we have thousands of case laws and learn litigation, because nobody is going to pay you for return filing and auditing. People are filing return in 24 rupees. How do you even compete with them? कैसे compete करेगा? लास्ट में यही होएगा that I will file your return, take money from you. How do you compete with those people? समझ में आता है? लिटिगेशन सीखोगे ना कि वन वर्ड के ऊपर यू कैन गो एंड फाइट, तो दैट इज वेरी वेरी रेम्यूनरेटिव. यू कैन सेट अप योर ओन प्रैक्टिस, देन यू डोंट हैव टू गो एंड गिव अटेंडेंस टू एनीवन प्रेजेंट. सर समझा? ठीक है, विल टॉक अबाउट हाउ टू गो फर्दर इन द करियर. पहले सी सेकंड कॉन्सेप्ट, द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ सरचार्ज. सरचार्ज ये तो सिंपल है, एटलीस्ट मीनिंग यू नो. Surcharge is increase in your tax if you are super rich, stinking rich, बस मरता हुआ अमीर, stinking rich, super rich, surcharge, extra tax for super rich. For rebate they have given 3 conditions, resident, individual, income का level. Surcharge में they only say check income. If the income crosses a particular limit, surcharge will automatically come. If your net taxable total income exceeds rupees 50 lakh, you will be liable for surcharge of 10%. If your net taxable total income exceeds rupees 1 crore, you will be liable for surcharge of 15%. After 2 crore, you will be liable for surcharge of 25%. And after crossing 5 crore, you will be liable for surcharge of 37%. मतलब जैसे जैसे you cross an income का level, you will have to start paying additional tax in the form of surcharge. But lots and lots of questions. In principle, it is over. But mind में जो भी question है ना, one by one, we will pick up the question, answer that question. Control yourself. I know all the questions that you're thinking about. I have answers for all of them. Let me only guess your question. Question number 1. Give me first condition for rebate. वो बोलो which I have completed. First condition of rebate? Resident. Now open your eyes and check. कुछ बोला? That means when nothing is given, surcharge will apply to resident as well as non-resident. You understood? Second condition of rebate. Individual. Surcharge is applicable for all assessees. मतलब HUF, company, firm, LLP, everyone. They don't have rebate, but all of them have surcharge. हाँ, लेकिन these rates are rates for. See, please understand. Right now, those who have forgotten. एक second इधर. We are learning tax rate of individual. तो surcharge का rate also individual no. ये individual का after surcharge and cess topic is over. तो we go to second. Second मतलब HUF. तो HUF का surcharge का rate under HUF we will do. Will surcharge come for everyone? लेकिन rate अलग होएगा. These rates are applicable for individuals. And third, what was the third condition for rebate? NTTI up to 5 lakhs. See, this amount of threshold was never going to be same. You can't compare a rebate person with a surcharge person. 5 lakh and 50 lakh was never going to be same, obviously. But point out something else for me. If my income is exact 5 lakh, rebate allowed. If my income is exact 50 lakh, surcharge not applicable. Because rebate mein it is less than equal to, surcharge mein it is greater than. Equal to 5 lakh pe rebate? Yes. Equal to 50 lakh surcharge? No. Equal to 1 crore pe surcharge? Yes. Yes. Kaise? It is still greater than. Good morning. It is still greater than 50 lakh. Will that be surcharge on 1 crore? At 1 crore? Exact 1 crore? Yes. Kitna? 10%. Exact 2 crore? 15%. Exact 5 crore? मैं गैप छोड़ा था. Exact 5 crore? 25%. When it becomes greater than 5 crore, it will become 37. So, rebate for residents, surcharge for non-resident also. Rebate for individual, surcharge for everyone, but these are rates of individual. Others rate we will learn later. Third, at exact 5 lakh, yes rebate. At exact 50 lakh, no surcharge. Surcharge will come when you cross greater. And increase in surcharge will also apply at greater, equal to penalty. Next question. Rebate ka quantum was given in rupees. When it is given in rupees, no, you can learn the amount 12,500. Surcharge na rupees mein nahi. Surcharge is given in percentage. So whenever something is given in percentage, a very important question to answer is, for example, my income is 1.5 crore. It's a case of rebate ke surcharge. Example hai, actual nahi. Example. 1.5 crore. Rebate ke surcharge. By the way, surcharge is not slab rate. Surcharge is flat. मतलब ऐसा नहीं होगा till 50 lakh 0, then 50 lakh का 10, then 50 lakh का 50. ऐसा नहीं. If I am in this bracket, if I am in this range, you have to apply 50. Only one of them will apply. Slab rate नहीं है, flat rate है. 1.5 crore पे कौन सा वाला surcharge? 15% of what? 1.5 crore पे नहीं. Surcharge, see, tax is calculated on income, but surcharge is calculated on basic tax. No, it is very easy, very basic. But there are people who go wrong. 15% not off. Come on. Not off. Income 15% off. चल एक काम कर, कैलकुलेट कर. नेट टैक्सेबल टोटल इनकम 1.5 crore. Hello, I'll tell you what. Now whether he is resident or non-resident doesn't matter because surcharge is same. Correct है? Still, which basic exemption to apply? उसके लिए I am giving you. वही same. Mr. S resident 37 years. Step number 1, basic tax. More than the amount, I am interested in knowing how you are calculating it. 0 to 250, 250 to 5 lakh. कैलकुलेटर रेंटेड है या दूसरे का है? कैलकुलेट. बेसिक टैक्स अमाउंट में आई एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन द अमाउंट. आई वांट टू नो हाउ यू कैलकुलेटेड इट. 1 crore 40 lakh का 30%, 150 minus 10, 42 lakh plus 1 lakh 12,500, that is 43 lakh 12,500. Now when we add, सुनो, this is where you decide rebate, surcharge के none of them can also be possible. If this income was 0 to 5 lakh, so rebate. More than 5 lakh to exact 50 lakh, none of them. More than 50 lakh to infinity, surcharge. Rebate, surcharge के none of them, surcharge. Second question, what surcharge will apply? Because surcharge is not a slab rate system. Between 1 crore and 2 crore, it is going to be 15%. And third question, on what? On this. Surcharge will always be calculated as a percentage of your basic tax. Whether you are resident or non-resident doesn't matter. Surcharge comes for all assessees. ये क्लियर हुआ एवरीवन? पक्का? रेसिडेंट और नॉन रेसिडेंट all assessees, but these are individual का rates and these are the rates of surcharge. You will apply the surcharge का percentage on basic tax. ये clear? Now सुनो, under rebate we had this one sub point. No rebate against only one special rate. कौन सा? Long term stock market. Under surcharge we have two sub points. One is very easy, second is very difficult. Which one? Both मत बोलना, अगर both ही we have to do, which one we should do first is my question. Two sub points, one very easy, one very difficult. Don't guess के point क्या है, marginal relief है नहीं, वो guess मत कर. I am asking you, what do I do first? Difficult वाला? I thought you would say जो करना पाए हमको, वो भी ठीक है. Let's do the difficult one first. Okay. 4 incomes in income tax law have been given special status. ये difficult वाला point है. 4 incomes have been given special status. 2 questions. What are those 4 incomes? What is the special status? First, what are those 4 incomes? Incomes which are taxable as per section 196, 197, 198. This is short-term capital gain earned on stock market. Special rate है वो अलग है. Don't mix those two concepts. We are not talking about special rate of tax. One special status is given for surcharge. This is long-term capital gain normal. Normal मतलब other मतलब outside of stock market. And this is, ये तो we discussed also. And the fourth income is dividend income. So is the confusion eliminated? We are not talking about special rates का income. Dividend is taxable at normal rate. Special status does not mean special rate, because one of them is normal rate. Status क्या is the list of incomes clear? What incomes have been given? Four incomes have been given special status. What are those 4 incomes? 3 special capital gains and 1 dividend. 196, 197, 198 and dividend. What is the special status? On these 4 incomes, 25% and 37% का surcharge not applicable. On these 4 incomes, 25% का and 37% का surcharge not applicable. This is very complicated, and in order to avoid complications, further complications, my first request from you is be absolutely clear about this. Randomly, if I ask you, total income का हो 40 lakh rupees 0, 80 lakh rupees 10, 1.8 crore 15, 5.8 crore 37. If I ask you random questions, are you sure you will be able to answer this part? Are you clear about this part? Because if the easy part is clear, then only we can go to the complicated. Are you with me? The immunity is granted from 25 and 37. First question is, when is 25-37 applicable? Total income more than rupees 2 crore. So is 25-37 applicable? But not on these incomes. Matlab, if these income cross 2 crore, they will still be in 15. So no, 15 will come. Immunity is from 25-37. If you have crossed 2 crore, have you crossed 1 crore? I am insulting you. If you have crossed 2 crore, have you crossed 1 crore? Is 15 applicable? Yes, 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 yes. Immunity is from 25 and 37. After doing few examples from my side, when I tell students, तुम example दे, ऐसा पागल लोग हैं, they give me example where total income is coming to 20 lakh rupees. I am saying 25-37 not applicable. Matlab, if you give me an example where the total is 0 to 2 crores, 2 crore tak, exact 2 crore tak bhi, if you give me an example, that means you are not understanding the beginning only. Your total has to be more than 2 crore. First step is that the total has to be more than 2 crore. Ye samjha? If the total is more than 2 crore, is 25 applicable? Or more than 5 crore, so is 37 applicable? Not on these 4. These 4 can be 20 crore, 200 crore, 2000 crore. 25-37 will not apply. But 15 aayega. 15 said there is no immunity. Immunity is from 25-37. So the history goes back few years ago. What happened was there was no 25-37. There was, this is before you were in inter. There was only 0, 10, 15. After 1 crore till infinity, only one surcharge 15. 25-37 nahi tha. Now they brought 25-37. So people who are investors of stock markets, 1, 2 and 3, do you realize out of 4, 3 are stock market people? Dividend is also a stock market investment income, no? They said, sir, we are taking risk by putting our funds in equity markets. Because we are putting funds in equity, the corporate sector has funds to contribute to the economy, growth rate, employment generation, tax revenue, all the macroeconomic concepts that you left in options. If corporate sector does not have money, तो problem होगा. And if equity is punished like this, in a very, very subtle game, equity has punished over the last 20 years. Someone who has seen income tax law evolve for the last 20 years can share with you, 2004 में income tax में introduce किया था securities transaction tax, stating that short-term capital gain will be 10%, long-term capital gain will be exempt income. Stock market वाला, there was no 112A. 2009 में short term 15 हुआ, 10 का 15, which you had studied. 2018 में long term became taxable 10% after 1 lakh. This is where you stopped. 2024 में short term became 20, long term became 12.5. Hello? Then dividend income के against no expense will be allowed. And after doing all this, STT is still there. STT was created on the principle that stock market investors will be given concessional tax rates. Concession was initially given. Dhire dhire they increase the rates. Present day, think about it. 20%, 12.5%. Where is the concession? क्या everyone will be compared with 30? Front mirror में we will look at ourselves front camera में तो पता चलेगा that not everyone falls in 30. No. So how can you say 20 is concessional? अच्छा, you want to levy normal tax, तो levy normal tax and remove STT. No. So over the years, stock market investors have been step by step punished. If they do everything together, then there will be objection. Step by step करके stock market investors. DDT was removed. Dividend became taxable. There used to be taxation on buyback also. That is also abolished. Now, मतलब dividend का profit, buyback का profit taxable for shareholders. Short term, long term capital gain taxable for shareholders. All concessions removed. And STT still not removed. Gradually किया, phased manner में. They did not do everything together. Hello, correct है? And then one day they introduced this 25 and 37. So stock market investors said we are the people who will suffer the most. सर ये गलत है, मैम ये गलत है. तो मैम said okay, I am removing 25 and 37 for you people. Then next year she brought all long term capital gain, whether stock market or non stock market. So effectively today's date we have 4 incomes which are granted immunity from 25 and 37. मतलब if these incomes cross 2 crore, cross 20 crore, cross 100 crore, they will still be restricted to surcharge of 15%. That means you have to follow 2 steps. If you follow 2 steps, you will understand everything. Step number 1, check NTTI and decide surcharge. इसके लिए I told you that पहले be clear about this. What is this? ये NTTI है. Surcharge is always checked on the basis of NTTI. You don't see कि sir मेरा salary is crossing 50 lakh, क्या house property is crossing 1 crore. ये 0, 10, 15, 25, 37. What do you see and apply? क्या देख के आप surcharge लगाते हो? NTTI, no? Check NTTI. Check NTTI for deciding which of the 5 surcharge is going to come to. 5 में I am considering 0 also. 0 to 50 lakh. 0, 10, 15, 25 के 37. How do you decide? NTTI देख के decide which surcharge is applicable. If the applicable surcharge is 0%, who are these people? 0 to 50 lakhs. 10%. More than 50 to exact 1 crore. 15%. More than 1 crore to 2 crore. Applied. And this concept that you are learning right now, the immunity for 4 special incomes, is not applicable. Apply that surcharge. This concept is not applicable. Is समझ में आता है? Because this concept is only talking about 25 and 37. So someone who is falling in 10 and 15, why are you even discussing here? Apply it and finish it. अगर आपका NTTI is 0 to 2 crores, this concept is not applicable because this concept is talking about ये वाला surcharge, and for ये वाला surcharge, do you realize this is a mandatory condition? Without this, it is not possible. So total has to be 100% crossing rupees 2 crore. ये clear हुआ? If your answer is coming to 25 or 37, is this concept applicable? Is this concept applicable? Yes, because this concept is applicable to those who fall under. So go and apply step number 2. Whatever you are being taught in step number 2 is going to be applicable only if the total is crossing 2 crore rupees. Step number 2. These 4 incomes, irrespective of amount, $50. It can be 2 crore, 20 crore, 200 crore, 2000 crore. 2537 not applicable. What is the rate of surcharge? 15%. Now check other incomes. Is it possible that your other incomes comprise of salary, house property, PGBP, normal short-term capital gain? Check. Special mein which is the only short-term capital gain coming? Stock market. Matlab normal short-term capital gain is also not having special status. So what can be your other income? Salary, house property, PGBP, all your other sources except dividend. Short-term non-stock market. Check the other 4 incomes. If the other 4 incomes are more than 2 crore, तो 25%. Obviously 2 crore ये ठीक है, specify कर दो. 25 applies only till 5 crore. अगर more than 5 crore है तो, but only and only on this part. अदर इनकम है ना, सैलरी, हाउस प्रॉपर्टी का टोटल, दैट इज मोर देन 2 करोड़, तो विल 25 कम? ओनली ऑन दैट मच पार्ट, क्योंकि द 4 स्पेशल इनकम्स इररिस्पेक्टिव विल ऑलवेज गो अंडर 15. कंफ्यूजन है? वी विल डू एग्जांपल्स. बाय द एंड ऑफ 3-4 एग्जांपल्स everything will be sorted. Then I will tell you to create an example. If you create an example where the total is coming 0 to 2 crore, where do you stay, Chetan? ठीक है, रास्ते में आएगा, I will drop you home. और पूरा रास्ते मारते मारते नहीं. When I give you the chance to, एक तो I will give 4 examples, उसमें all your doubts will be clear. In case not, you create the example. My requirement is simple. When you create the example, the total should be more than 2 crore. If the total is not crossing 2 crore, आप wrong concept कर रहे हो. Please understand. मैं step number 1 पे ही I will finish it off. Step number 1. Always check NTTI. Check NTTI and decide your surcharge. 0, 10, 15, 25 या 37. If it is 0, 10, 15, apply it without thinking. This concept is not applicable. If it is 25, 37, my first question is, when will 25, 37 come? Only if the total is more than 2 crore. Then is 25 applicable? Don't apply. Wait. Is 37 applicable? Don't apply. Wait. Check कर, split करके 4 incomes and other incomes. The 4 incomes will always go in 15. For 25 and 37 to apply, the other income has to cross 2 crore or 5 crore, and only on that much it will apply. कोई बात नहीं. Concept is this much. देखो, this is the law. 4 incomes have immunity from 25, 37. This is how we implement the law. And if you still don't understand, this will help you. Okay? We will take 4 special incomes. At least you are clear about वो 4 special income क्या है. उसमें there is no confusion. What are the 4 special incomes? Short term stock market. Section number धीरे धीरे करके try to learn. It's a new act. Otherwise अभी incomes का name you give me. Short term stock market, long term stock market, long term normal and dividend. And along with that, when I aggregate or add my other income मतलब salary, house property, PGBP and all, will that become my total income? Is that correct? Supposingly this is 6 crore, this is 1.5 crore. What is my net taxable total income? The stupid question है. 7.5. Now tell me. You can look at the first step, क्योंकि first example है, you are not used to it. First step देख के भी बोल सकते हो. I am okay with it. What are you doing? What are you doing as per first step? Check NTTI. Check किया. How much? 7.5 is giving what answer of surcharge? 37. Wait. If your answer was coming to 0, 10, 15, so directly apply. Supposingly total is only 1.5 crore. Apply 15. Topic is over. We are not interested in the breakup. If my total income is, कोई पागल है, total income, when I tell you to give example, they give total example 40 lakhs. पागल है क्या? You have to give me an example where the total is more than 2 crore. Is this total more than 2 crore? Is 25 या 37 applicable? ये वाले केस में it's a case of 37. Correct? Now wait. If it's a case of 37, you won't apply. Now you will have to split the incomes into special and normal. Step number 1. Acha, one mistake I don't expect you to make. That surcharge does not come on this 67.5. You are not so stupid, I know that. But to avoid any risk, first step is going to be to calculate tax, bro. Because surcharge does not come on. अरे इनकम पे नहीं, on this we calculate basic tax. Basic tax पे surcharge आएगा ना. Here is the concept, bro. Here is the concept. Please pay attention. इसके ऊपर 15 है. Let it be 6 crore. Let it be 60 crore. Immunity is granted from 25 and 37. ये समझा? If at all 25, 37 will apply, it will apply only on this. But to apply, अभी सुनो, this should be more than 2 crore. If this was more than 2 crore, then we would have applied 25 only on this much part. And if this was more than 5 crore, so we would have applied 37 only on this much part. But in this case, is the other income crossing 2 crore? नहीं, तो ये भी 15. Now you understood? रुको, more examples, everything will become clear. Second example, 1.5 crore, 6 crore, 7.5 crore. When you do the same thing again and again, one, you should increase your speed and your accuracy both. अभी क्या? First, 7.5 crore. देखो, system मत तोड़ो. Follow the step sequentially. You might find it easy. अभी मेरे को तो आ गया. But क्या होगा? You will end up making some silly mistake despite knowing the correct answer because you have jumped a step. So step number 1, 7.5. 7.5 say what is the answer that we get? 37. 37. Wait. 37 direct नहीं. 0, 10, 15 direct. 25, 37 direct नहीं. For that we need the split. Step number 1. The tax, because surcharge does not come on income, it comes on tax. अब क्या कर? Here, without thinking, 15. Because forget 1.5. 15 crore के 150 crore. 25, 37 not applicable. 25, 37 apply करने के लिए you will have to check other income. Is the other income crossing? So 37 will come, but only on this much. Once I take people to an advanced level, no? मैं ऐसा भी बोलता हूं कभी कभी. See, if you understand तो ठीक है, otherwise you follow the steps. For 0, 10, 15, check this. For 25 and 37, check this. But if you're not comfortable with this, you may not be comfortable. It is okay. So steps follow करो. Accuracy is more important. समझा क्या? Okay, wait. 2 more examples from my side. Then if you have any confusion, I will take it up. 6 crore, 40 lakh. तोतला तिवारी, तालितला, 6.5 crore. Let me give you the head start. First tax, no, then surcharge. Chalo. I don't want to know the answer. I want to know what are you thinking. What is your brain saying? What is the chronology of steps? Your brain should write the steps in the correct order before your pen writes the step in the correct order. Step number 1. Check NTTI. NTTI gives us what answer? 37. 37 to pause. 0, 10, 15 to apply. Not on income, on tax of course. 37 है, pause. क्या कर? Check the other. यहाँ पे irrespective 6 crore के 60 crore 15%. $15 के 0. हाँ? 15? 15? अरे 40 lakh less than 50 lakh. Huh? Bro, the fight is about 25-37. For 25-37, you can say yes or no. If yes, to apply, like we did in example B. If no, तो don't apply. But 15 is not going anywhere. If this total has crossed 1 crore, 15 is applicable universally on all the incomes. Then we split and only examine for the purpose of 25 and 37. समझ में आता है? The whole concept is about 25, 37. 15 is not going anywhere. एक बात बता. If you have, you're not maybe speaking, sir, 40 lakh पे तो zero होना चाहिए ना. If you have that confusion, then you get it sorted from me right now. पक्का? No confusion. Sir, 40 lakh पे तो zero. नहीं sir. We never examine individual income for surcharge. What do we examine? NTTI. Is NTTI more than 1 crore? तो 15 तो आएगा. 15 will come. This split we have done only for the purpose of 25, 37, which may or may not come. In example B, it came. In example C, it is not coming. Whether 25, 37 comes or does not come, 15 तो आएगा. हेलो, ये क्लियर है? चलेगा. वही तो डिस्कशन था. चल, one more example I will do, then I will answer question for both. बोलो दुबे जी, पहले क्या कर रहे हो? व्हाट आर यू डूइंग फर्स्ट? 6.4 इज गिविंग यू व्हाट आंसर? 37. 37 वी वोंट अप्लाई डायरेक्टली. 37 के लिए वी विल चेक अदर इनकम. अदर इनकम चेक किए. हाउ मच इज दैट? विल 37 कम? ओनली ऑन दिस मच पार्ट. ये क्लियर है? दिस नो कंफ्यूजन अबाउट दिस. मतलब अदर इनकम हैज टू क्रॉस 2 करोड़ फॉर 25 एंड 5 करोड़ फॉर 37. अब लेट्स टॉक अबाउट दिस 40 lakh. We discussing this 40 lakh will automatically answer your question also. 15 के 0. Supposingly this was 60 lakh तो 15. This was 1 crore. This was 10 crore, 100 crore. This will always come in 15. अब your question is, sir, 0 to 50 lakh में what is surcharge? 0. This is 40 lakh. Both this example and the previous example. Your question is about both these answers. Because you don't have confusion about this. Even if more than 2 crore, 25, 37 not applicable, 15 will apply. And you don't have confusion about this. Once it is more than 2 crore, so 25, 37 will apply. More than 225, more than 537. Your confusion is this. This is the last confusion which only, again, a handful people have. Because most of you have clearly understood. एक बात बताइए. Your answer is 0 because it is 0 to 50 lakh. So my fight is to be resolving between 0 is your answer and 15 is my answer. So by 15 is correct. एक बात बता. How did you decide 0? Why is 0 your answer? Give me reason behind 0. 50 lakh से कम क्या होता है? यही तो question है. That answers everything. तो ये NTTI नहीं है bro. NTTI क्या है? This decides surcharge. Surcharge does not come because of individual income. Surcharge comes because of NTTI. ये NTTI है. Is this the amount with which, on the basis of which we decide surcharge? Correct है? You can't decide surcharge on the basis of an individual income. अभी सुनो, incomplete statement. On the basis of individual income, you can decide 25 and 37. That will come on this side only. इसीलिए individual income. Otherwise, surcharge cannot be on the basis of individual income. Surcharge will be on the basis of total income. On the basis of total income. चलो, दुबे जी एक और example देता हूँ. Supposingly, I have two incomes, salary and house property. इसमें तो this concept is only not applicable because 4 में से एक भी income I don't have. Salary and house property 40 80 lakhs. This will answer your question. 40 80 correct. Salary पे भी there will be tax, house property पे भी there will be tax. Salary के tax पे how much surcharge? तो वही तो अलग अलग only for 25 37. अदरवाइज 80 है ना, तो 10% आएगा पूरे टैक्स पे. You 100% sure because you still look confused. स्लैब नहीं है, फ्लैट है. सेकंड, 50 लाख से कम नहीं. सुन, अभी मैं 6000 करके नहीं कर रहा हूं. ये समझा? ये 1 करोड़ से ज्यादा है ना. 1 करोड़ से ज्यादा है मतलब चलो ये भी डिस्कस कर लेते. लेट्स डू दिस फॉर दुबे जी. 6 करोड़ 1 रुपी. 6 करोड़ 1 रुपी. एडवांटेज ऑफ फिजिकल ऑफलाइन क्लास. तू रिकॉर्डिंग देख ले. whom will you ask doubts and the so called famous portals. you are in my class so मेरे को कोई टेंशन नहीं है. but the so called famous portals teacher will not answer doubt. वो खाली वीडियो बेचते. you have to send an email and after 7 days that junior will reply. teacher is not accessible. चलिए दुबे जी, इसका आंसर this you will have to give. this is very easy. हाँ, हम इसको हमारे पकड़ते हैं. रामायण पूरी हुई गई. अभी तुम पूछ रहे हैं कि राम जी कौन थे. हाउ कैन यू भाई. 15 बिकॉज 6 करोड़ के 60 करोड़ 25 37 नॉट एप्लीकेबल. वही तो कॉन्सेप्ट है. इस पे हाउ मच. ये 2 करोड़ क्रॉस होएगा तो 25. दिस क्रॉस इज 5 करोड़ तो 37. दिस डज नॉट क्रॉस तो 25 37 नॉट एप्लीकेबल. बट 15 is not going anywhere because 15 activated the moment this total crossed. हाँ, 1 करोड़ के बाद 15 gets activated. Then whether the total crosses 2 crore or does not cross, 15 is not going anywhere. Once you cross 1 crore till infinity it will be 15. But if this side का income crosses 2 crore or 5 crore, so 25 37 only on this much part, otherwise 15 is a constant. 15 is not going anywhere bro. पक्का? Are you clear about this? बोल अभी चेतन, तेरे को क्या करना है? Example, if you want, anybody wants to create additional example, you are most welcome to do that. Honestly speaking, my explanation was over at point D because see, point A and B everyone understands that only that part attracts 25 and 37, left side does not attract. Point A and B was very easy. C and D had to be purposely done to check whether you don't make the mistake of 0 and 10. Because 0 and 10 के लिए total has to be less than or equal to 1 crore. So 15 is confirmed. 25 37 का question is going on. ये समझा? To avoid confusion, we had a couple of additional examples in the class. I am okay with it as long as you are interested in learning. देखो क्या होएगा, 1 lecture extra. Total full batch में if you have discussion with me, total discussion will contribute to 1 extra lecture of 3 hours. We are both okay with it. I am not even asking for your permission. I am assuming that you are okay with it. As long as we are learning something. But now if you want to add further examples, it is an open house. Everyone in the class and all students online, offline are equally treated. स्पेशल रेट है, डिविडेंड का नॉर्मल. वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन. सो योर क्वेश्चन इज नॉट अबाउट सरचार्ज, योर क्वेश्चन इज अबाउट बेसिक टैक्स कैसे मिलेगा. इफ दिस थ्री इनकम्स के अंदर सिर्फ स्पेशल वाला है तब तो इसका टैक्स एंड इसका टैक्स विल बी सेपरेट ओनली. बट इफ दीज थ्री इनकम्स हैव डिविडेंड तो बेसिक टैक्स इज नॉट सेपरेट. तो बेसिक टैक्स टोटल पे टुगेदर कैलकुलेट होएगा. वी विल गेट समथिंग कॉल्ड इफेक्टिव रेट ऑफ टैक्स और एवरेज रेट ऑफ टैक्स यू कैन से, एंड प्रोपोर्शनेट यू कैन से. एंड डिविडेंड का टैक्स एंड अदर इनकम का टैक्स विल बी सेग्रीगेटेड. डिविडेंड के टैक्स के ऊपर वी विल अप्लाई मैक्सिमम 15 एंड अदर टैक्स के ऊपर चेक करके इफ अदर इनकम इज क्रॉसिंग 2 करोड़ और 5 करोड़ तो 25 एंड 37. ये क्लियर. बट दिस डाउट वाज नॉट अबाउट सरचार्ज, इट वाज अबाउट हाउ विल द बेसिक टैक्स बी कैलकुलेटेड. और बोलो. डन. कंफर्म. सर ये फर्स्ट कॉन्सेप्ट अबाउट सरचार्ज. ओके. हाँ 1.9 करोड़ प्लस. वेरी गुड वारेकर. इफ दिस टोटल वुड हैव कम टू 0 to 2 crore तो मैं मार खाता. Remember before creating an example, total has to be more than 2 crore. If total is not crossing 2 crore, you are making fundamental mistake. ये 2.2 है. टैक्स स्पेशल रेट है तो डायरेक्ट, डिविडेंड है तो एवरेज रेट ऑफ टैक्स. सो दैट पार्ट इज सॉर्टेड नाउ. आफ्टर टैक्स नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज सरचार्ज. बोल वारेकर, व्हाट आर यू फर्स्ट चेकिंग? Total income is 2.2 crore. What's your answer? 25. 25 can't be applied direct because on this much we will have 15. 15. This is same as example C. Why 15 sir? कल एक ही तो क्वेश्चन है सर. This is less than 50 lakhs. तो why 15? Because total is more than 1 crore. Total के हिसाब से सरचार्ज comes. Individual incomes do not decide surcharge. 25 and 37 वाले के लिए we see individual income, but for everything else we see total. Done? Anything else? Anyone else? हाँ. वन कौन सा 1 rupees this? ₹1 धीरे धीरे इंटरेस्टिंग हो रहा है. ये आपका आंसर है. व्हाट इज आंसर हियर? 25 है तभी आंसर आएगा ना. इफ दिस ₹1 वाज नॉट देयर तो 15 ही आंसर होगा. बट वी कांट अप्लाई 25 डायरेक्टली. तो क्या करेंगे? इज दिस क्रॉसिंग 2 करोड़? तो ये 15 एंड दिस इज. वैसे भी इट डज नॉट गो. इफ दिस वाज मोर देन 2 करोड़ आल्सो स्टिल इट वुडंट हैव गॉन. सेम ही है. क्लियर है? Other income has to be more than 2 crore for 25 or 37 to become applicable. Done? Shoaib? Anybody else? बोल. नहीं? पक्का? Are you clear? Are you sure? This was that difficult वाला concept. Easy वाला concept करूँ कि break चाहिए? As you say, I am okay with it. Yes break or no break and duration of break? 5 minutes. But be in your seats in 5 minutes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back after the break. Let's go ahead. Online students, video on please. We are still in tax calculation of individuals as per the old regime. We are done with basic tax. Certain incomes at special rate. We are done with rebate, the conditions and the quantum. We are done with surcharge. लेकिन surcharge में there is one more small concept. One complicated concept is done. Within the concept of surcharge, there is another concept called marginal relief. It's a subpart under surcharge. Surcharge का subpart है. Okay. Let us take an example of two people, A and B. ए एंड बी में मजा नहीं आता. ओके. तो Tejpal and Sanket. Both of them are sharing with you their total income का details. तेजपाल ने पूरे साल का एनटीटीआई अर्न किया. एनटीटीआई अर्न बाय तेजपाल इज 1 करोड़ रुपीस. कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन. हैप्पी. एग्जाम्पल में तो क्या है 10 भी लिखा है. बट संकेत वर्कड अ लिटिल हार्डर देन तेजपाल, तो ही अर्नड मोर 1 करोड़ and 5,000 rupees. 1 करोड़ थोड़ा हार्ड वर्क किया तो 5,000. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज what is the difference in income? How much has Sanket earned more than Tejpal? Income का difference is 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. Sanket का income higher than Tejpal by rupees 5,000. Hello, correct है? Sorry, I didn't see the chat box. जिसका भी वो doubt है, you wait back after class. I will sort it out. Okay. Right now I am not, concept के बीच में I am not going back to something else. नहीं तो confusion. How much is the income of Sanket more than Tejpal? 5,000. Goes without saying that Sanket will pay more tax than Tejpal. मैं amount भी बोल सकता हूँ that tax का difference will be 1,500 rupees. How? Because both of them are falling in 30% bracket. So that extra 5,000 will be taxable at 30%, and 30% of 5,000 will increase tax by 1,500. Very simple thing. But first step में what we will do is calculate the basic tax. Basic tax Tejpal and Sanket दोनों आपके सामने. So before you ask me, sir, category A, B के C, you think they are more than 60? नहीं. तो category A. And by chance they travel abroad a lot, क्योंकि इतना इनकम अर्न कर रहे हैं तो होगा फैला हुआ बिजनेस. बट स्टिल 0 to 59 will fall in category A. No, resident or non-resident doesn't matter. हाँ तो करो बेसिक टैक्स. $28 lakh. कैसे सर? 90 lakh का 30%, 27 plus 1,12,500. करेक्ट है? पक्का? Okay. What about Sanket? ऐसा मत करो, प्रैक्टिस करो. 90 lakh 5,000 का 30%, no this time. Plus 1,12,500, 28 lakh 14,000. Some smart people said 1,500 रुपया ऐड कर दो. Well, correct ही है. Because that additional 5,000 got taxed at 30%. Correct है? Now comes the question. Now, अभी तक we are not asking also that question. Now comes the question. Rebate, surcharge के none of them. Rebate, surcharge के none of them. देखो संकेत पे तो surcharge आएगा more than 1 crore. But Tejpal is equal to 1 crore. Which one? There will be surcharge for Tejpal at 10%, but for Sanket is for 15 क्यों? More than 1 crore it becomes 15. करेक्ट है? देखो मैं कितना फास्ट. 281. Here you don't laugh at me. Happy? 420 to 100. Yeah, I show you my further speed. कर लो. Once you are done, please tell me. धीरे धीरे काले बाल सफेद हो रहे हैं, यही करते करते. So don't challenge these amounts. If you are ready, then I will go further in my explanation. You understood? Why Tejpal 10% because equal to 1 crore, and why Sanket 15% because greater than 1 crore. Now comes the problem. The difference in the tax payable by both of them is 1,42,350 rupees. Don't have too much confidence on me. Check करते रहना parallelly. You never know. बाद में if the amount turns out to be wrong, please ensure that you also verify these figures. 140 to 350. Now comes the concept. Think about yourself as Sanket. Imagine yourself as Sanket. Imagine kiya. How much have you earned more than Tejpal? 5,000. And how much tax you are paying more than him? 1,42,000. Sanket. He is a very honest taxpayer. Hypothetically, he is a very assumed. He is a very honest taxpayer. He does not believe in tax evasion or concealment. He has declared every rupee correctly. But he has this temptation now. Yeah, at least I should evade or conceal only 5,000. He is not dishonest. If I conceal 5,000, my income will become Tejpal ka income. My tax will be 3093. Just because I am declaring extra 5,000 ka income, my tax is increasing by 1,42,350. Or do you agree with this statement? There is extra tax of 140 to 350 because of extra income of 5,000. Do you agree with this statement? Matlab suno. This tax is coming because of this income. What is the rate of tax? Because 140 to 350 is coming only because of 5,000. 2,840. 2,847% tax. In the current era, you never know. A lot of intelligent people have actually requested our respected finance minister that, ma'am, you do one thing, I will work whatever you tell me to. Whatever income I earn, you keep everything. Full money you keep. From that, ऐसे थोड़ा थोड़ा करके salary करके या थोड़ा थोड़ा करके give it to me. Whenever you think that you should. Yeah, another option. Respected finance minister, ma'am, I will earn income. You keep income, give me tax. ऑप्शन दे रहा हूं तो भी ज्यादा निकलेगा भाई. 2847 unaccepted. Now Sanket is very angry. Anybody in his place would be angry. No, think about yourself as Sanket. I told you 5,000 की वजह से you can't increase my liability by 140 to 350. Sanket goes to the assessing officer and gives him an offer. Sir एक काम करो, please keep full 5,000. संकेत क्या बोला? सर, my extra income is you keep full 5,000. You keep full 5. But you can't make me pay 140 to 350 because of 5. He offered what? Full 5. Take it seriously. Because the officer did. He said, okay, give full 5. Matlab, the concept says, the maximum difference between these two amounts can be rupees 5,000. If this is 30,93,750, this can be maximum 30,98,750. इसका टैक्स तो we have written as it is. How much was the tax of Sanket before this concept? 32, 36, 100. But the concept says that if your income ka difference is 5,000, then your tax ka difference cannot be more than 5,000. So if Tejpal ka tax is 3093, Sanket ka tax will be maximum 3098. But outer column of Sanket we already have 32, 36, 100. So do you realize from this amount we have to subtract something so that we get 3098? How much do we subtract? 137,350 if we subtract, so we will get 3098. This amount, ladies and gentlemen, that we have subtracted is your concept of now to explain the concept of marginal relief. I can speak for 2 hours. You maybe will not understand. And sometimes one line is enough, senorita. One line is enough. Ek line mein you can understand. Ek line. You want me to repeat this line 50 times, I will repeat the line. Line ek hi, explanation ek hi line. The difference in tax cannot be more than the difference in income. Khatam. Concept over. I repeat. Record it if you want or write it if you want. The difference in tax cannot be difference in tax cannot be more than difference in income. Difference in tax cannot be more than difference in income. If income का difference is 5,000, tax का difference can't be 1,42,000. अगर है तो reduce it, and that reduction is called marginal relief. Before you ask me, let me make it clear. Marginal relief is not applicable only at 1 crore. सुनो, ऑफिस वर्क भी लिख सकते हो, you're free only, you can go over there also. कुछ करते तो हो नहीं ऑफिस, होमवर्क और ऑफिस वर्क, whatever you find comfortable. अच्छा, डू यू थिंक सर नहीं अभी तो हम सीए फाइनल स्टूडेंट्स हैं, हाउ कैन यू गिव ये सब होमवर्क कैसे यू कैन गिव अस, हाउ कैन यू टेक एक्शन अगेंस्ट अस, हाउ कैन यू स्कोल्ड अस फॉर बीइंग इनडिसिप्लिन्ड? Always remember what I told Moria in the first class. I have seen you becoming an adult right in front of me, and that much control I can exercise. Which does not mean के you start thinking sir लेकिन मैं तो इंटर में नहीं था ना, तो मेरे पे क्यों? I can control, you know, at least to the extent of direct tax. तो अगर बोला है you have to do, it will take less than 5 minutes. I am orally solving this for you. Comparison के लिए take another person with exact 50 lakh. Tax will come for both of them. This guy will have 300 rupees extra tax. क्यों? 1000 rupees 30%. But what is still additional difference? That 50 lakh वाला guy will have zero surcharge. This guy will have 10% surcharge. Now the two tax liabilities का difference cannot be more than 1000 rupees because income का difference is 1000. ये हो गया solution, orally solved it. But you do it in right. Surcharge जिधर जिधर है, marginal relief will come at all those places. 1 crore was an example. Surcharge will come at 2 crore also, 5 crore also, 50 lakh also. So marginal relief will also come at all those places. First question that you may ask as a doubt, I clarify. 1 crore was an example. Marginal relief applies at all surcharges. Second, sometimes people ask this, sir, किस amount तक marginal relief apply? Honestly speaking, all amounts पे apply करते. But sometimes you have to be smart. When we did example of 1.5 crore, first example of surcharge, ये 15% था. By how much is the income crossing 1 crore? 50 lakh rupees. It's a big amount. Tax का difference will not be so big. So without check किए we went ahead. Marginal relief will come in all those places where you are just above the threshold. There is no definition of just. You will have to do trial and error and find out. Concept is same. Income का difference, tax का difference. You have to compare that. So 50 lakh and 1000 पे you try, 51 lakh पे you try. There will be a stage where you will get income का difference more than tax का difference. Stop giving marginal relief. Till the time tax is higher, marginal relief will come. If income का gap is higher, no marginal relief. Trial and error पे. अभी 1 crore 5,000 पे I will do it. Maybe 1 crore 2 lakh पे I will do it. But 1.5 crore पे you don't waste your time. Sometimes you have to use your smartness also. नहीं तो फिर करो 1.5 करोड़ पे what will you do? 43 lakh 12,500 plus 15% surcharge. Compare करने के लिए what is the previous level? 1 crore with 10% surcharge. You compare the two of them. So tax का difference is not going to be 50 lakh से ज़्यादा. Not required because the gap is very big. Wherever the gap is small, at that place you will do, and you will do it all the levels 50, 10, 25. मतलब 10, 15, 25, 37, all the levels. Understood? Pakka? That was your concept of marginal relief under surcharge. Please solve this question, very easy. Last and final concept under individual ka tax calculation as per the old regime, the concept of health and education.
So, for example, if average की बात करें, रेट की बात करें, किसी लोकल की बात करें, वाली इनकम है, ये वाली इनकम बात करें.
शॉर्ट में आंसर देता हूं, you will understand this के कंपेयर करने के लिए एग्जैक्ट वाला अमाउंट लेना है. एग्जैक्ट वाली अमाउंट में स्पेशल इनकम एज इट इज कॉपी करके लेनी है. नॉर्मल इनकम विल बी बैलेंसिंग फिगर. समझ लें. You have 4 special incomes. 15,000 रुपए का and you have other income 2.1 crore, तो टोटल हुआ 2 crore 10 lakh 15,000. एंटिटी कुछ भी हो सकता है. चेक दिस. व्हाट्स योर आंसर? 25%. बट 25 डायरेक्टली नहीं आएगा, इसका टैक्स होगा, इसका टैक्स होगा. कम ऑन, देन वी विल अप्लाई. किस पे 25, किस पे 15, पहले वो बता. चलो, दिस इज अंडरस्टूड. हेलो, व्हाई उस पे 25? बिकॉज दैट इज मोर देन 2 crore. नाउ बाय लुकिंग एट दिस अमाउंट, डू वी रियलाइज दैट वी हैव जस्ट क्रॉस, एक मिनट ना, ये 201 है, 2 crore 1 lakh 15 आते हैं. हाँ, ठक्कर साहब जाने के टाइम पे गिव योर चरण एक बार. हैप्पी 2 crore 115, हैप्पी 2 crore 1 lakh 15,000. 25 and 15 is clear, but do you see that this is just crossing the surcharge का level? तो कंपेयर करने के लिए what will we do? 2 crore. Just like we compared Sanket with Tejpal, we have to go to the one level down. Difference in income is 1 lakh 15,000, no? तो टैक्स का डिफरेंस कांट बी मोर देन दिस. यही कॉन्सेप्ट है. अब इनकम कैसे लेने का डाउट वो है, बिकॉज कंपैरिजन करने के लिए व्हाट डू वी डू? तो सुनो, स्पेशल इनकम यू विल हैव टू टेक एज इट इज. कंपेयर करने के लिए स्पेशल इनकम यू विल हैव टू टेक एज इट इज. ये होगा बैलेंसिंग फिगर. बता ना, बैलेंसिंग फिगर 199,85,000. सो इज दिस दैट पर्सन विथ होम वी आर कंपेयरिंग, जिसका एग्जैक्ट 2 crore है, बट स्पेशल इनकम स्टिल हैज टू बी टेकन एज इट इज. तो इफ वी हैव टू कीप द टोटल 2 crore एंड स्पेशल इनकम एज इट इज, तो जो अदर इनकम है, नॉर्मल इनकम विल बिकम अवर बैलेंसिंग फिगर. दिस इज द एग्जांपल विथ विच वी विल कंपेयर अवर एसएससी. दिस इज अवर एसएससी. इसको कंपेयर करना है विथ वन लेवल डाउन. कंपेयर करने के लिए एग्जांपल वी विल हैव टू क्रिएट लाइक दिस. नॉर्मल इनकम विल बिकम बैलेंसिंग फिगर. ये क्लियर है? स्टेप नंबर 1, टैक्स. टैक्स ऑन बोथ. स्टेप नंबर 2, सरचार्ज. डायरेक्ट सरचार्ज का आंसर भी यू कैन गिव बाय लुकिंग एट दिस अमाउंट्स. कंपैरिजन बाद में. व्हाट विल बी सरचार्ज? 15,000 रुपया. NTTI has crossed 1 crore. I hope that confusion does not come again. ये 15, ये 15. Now tell me one thing. Do we have tax plus 15 and tax plus 15? 4 things का total year. Tax plus 25, 4 things का total year. And ये tax plus 15, tax plus 15. अरे basic tax plus surcharge. This basic tax plus surcharge and this basic tax surcharge का जो difference है, that difference will be maximum 1,15,000. जितना कंफ्यूजन था, एवरीथिंग इज एलिमिनेटेड. मतलब द होल एग्जांपल का समरी इज दिस मच, दैट स्पेशल इनकम फॉर कंपैरिजन विल बी टेकन एज इट इज, नॉर्मल इनकम विल बिकम बैलेंसिंग फिगर. ये फुल कॉन्सेप्ट का समरी. नो क्वेश्चन, नो डाउट. ओके, आई थिंक अभी बिकॉज ही ब्रॉट दिस अप, तो मैं एक और वो एग्जांपल व्हिच आई सॉ इन द चैट बॉक्स, बट इट वाज नॉट कुछ ऐसा डिफरेंट कॉन्सेप्ट था ही नहीं. द एग्जांपल इन द चैट बॉक्स इज फॉर स्पेशल एंड नॉन. कि ऑनलाइन के बच्चे को लगना नहीं चाहिए कि सर इज नॉट टेकिंग अस सीरियसली. ओके, 2.4 crore एंड 2.4 crore का एग्जांपल दिया. दिस इज नॉट इवन समथिंग व्हिच मेरिट्स लॉट ऑफ डिस्कशन, बट क्योंकि है डाउट है तो वी विल सॉल्व इट. 2.4 ही लिखा है ना. हाँ, 4.8. अभी बोलो फर्स्ट स्टेप 4.8 के हिसाब से व्हाट आंसर डू वी गेट? 25. बट डू वी अप्लाई 25 डायरेक्टली? नहीं. इसके ऊपर वी विल अप्लाई 15 एंड इसके ऊपर वी विल अप्लाई, बिकॉज दिस इज क्रॉसिंग 2 crore. इसके ऊपर वी विल अप्लाई. आई गेस इट इज क्लियर एंड सॉर्टेड. चलिए, दिस विल टेक अस टू द थर्ड एंड फाइनल कॉन्सेप्ट, हेल्थ एंड एजुकेशन सेस. रिबेट कम्स विथ कंडीशंस. रेसिडेंट इंडिविजुअल इनकम अप टू 5 lakh. मित्रों, surcharge comes with condition. भले one condition, resident non-resident doesn't matter, which is the assessee doesn't matter, but still there is one condition. क्या? NTTI greater than a particular amount. One of the easiest things, because there is no condition. मतलब when will it come? It will come for rebate people, it will come for surcharge people, it will come for none of them. In fact, let me give you an extremely good news. You get too much of bad news is also not good. Extremely good news is that across regimes, old regime के new regime, across assessees, individual HUF, company firm, AOP, BOI, across rates, normal rate के special rate of tax, surcharge or no surcharge, throughout the income tax law, everywhere in income tax law, for health and education says, there is only one answer. It will come always. There is no if here, there is no but here. Whether you are a case of rebate or you are a case of surcharge, HEC will come when? Always. Second, rate is also fixed. Always 4%. So whenever you pay tax, you have to pay 4% extra in the form of health and education cess. Your tax is 100, so it will become 104. 100 will go to government. 4% will go to government only for the purpose of free health and education schemes of the government. Sir, income is 0 to 5 lakh, cess will still come, same 4%. More than 5 lakh to 50 lakh, 4%. More than 50 lakh to infinity, 50 lakh. Sir, individual HUF company firm, you know what? Individual is going on. HUF may will go. I'll say basic, surcharge, HEC, same. HEC, same. Throughout the income tax law, if there is this one concept which has no permutation, no confusion, no combination, no variety, nothing, everywhere else we will say HEC, same. No confusion. Please don't go and tell this to auntie. Because if she comes, oh, same hai. Easy hai. Up to 1 crore 2%, 1 crore to 2 crore 3%, more than 3 crore 4%. Anybody who crosses 10 crore to 6%. इंडिविजुअल के लिए 6% नॉट एप्लीकेबल. कंपनी का इतना टर्नओवर होएगा तो 6% एप्लीकेबल, उतना नहीं होएगा तो नॉट एप्लीकेबल. शी कैन डू एनीथिंग. एनीबॉडी फ्रॉम साउथ इंडिया? एनी साउथ इंडियन? तमिलियन? तमिल बैकग्राउंड? नहीं, पूछ रहा हूं. एनीवन? एमरोज? यू नो हर नेटिव प्लेस, हर गांव गांव किधर तमिलनाडु? डोंट गो एंड टेल दिस टू हर प्लीज, जस्ट बिकॉज इधर है मेरे गांव की ऐसे. Please don't tell this. Okay? I know you dislike her as much as I do. है ना? बोल भी नहीं रहा. Relative तो नहीं है ना? Okay. तो सुनो. Across the income tax law, only one answer. क्या? 4%. Always. But on what? Step number 1, basic tax. Which means one thing is clear. That all other concepts के बारे में you think after you are done with basic tax. After basic tax, rebate minus from this, surcharge add in this, cess add in this. So step number 1 basic tax करो, then think about rebate, surcharge and everything. From basic tax, subtract rebate if applicable, because rebate is not always applicable. तो applicable है तो subtract, otherwise don't subtract. Hello, come on. In basic tax, add surcharge, because surcharge is also not applicable always. If applicable, तो add. ये correct है. And I must mention this. ऐसा होता है. Confusion नहीं चाहिए. That probability का chapter in maths which you left in options, उसमें concept था mutually exclusive events. Two things that cannot coexist. Rebate, surcharge cannot come together. Check कर लेना घर पे जाके कैलकुलेटर में. Rebate, surcharge cannot come together. It can be a case of only basic between 5 lakh and 50 lakh. Rebate 0 to 5 lakh. Surcharge more than 50 lakh. It can never be both of them. So either it is basic का 4% or basic minus rebate का 4% or basic plus surcharge का 4%. So the rule is, before this step, whatever you have studied, finish everything. ऊपर का सब स्टेप, बेसिक, नॉर्मल रेट, स्पेशल रेट, रिबेट, surcharge with marginal relief. देखो, आफ्टर सब्ट्रैक्टिंग मार्जिनल रिलीफ, संकेत का रिमेनिंग टैक्स वाज दिस मच. तो ये वाले अमाउंट के ऊपर वी विल अप्लाई 4%. एवरीथिंग डन, ओनली व्हाट इज लेफ्ट? HEC. ऑन दैट अमाउंट वी विल अप्लाई 4%. अक्रॉस रेजिम्स, अक्रॉस असेसीज, ओल्ड रेजिम के न्यू रेजिम, इंडिविजुअल के HUF, कंपनी के फर्म, ओनली वन आंसर. 4% of your tax. Which tax? Basic minus rebate if applicable plus surcharge if applicable. Every assessee same answer. मिनिमम ऑल्टरनेट टैक्स, ऑल्टरनेट मिनिमम टैक्स का भी सेस सेम आंसर, स्पेशल रेट में भी सेस सेम आंसर, एवरीवेयर एल्स, एवरीवेयर थ्रू आउट द लॉ सेम आंसर. Is that clear? With this, are we done with basic tax? Rebate if applicable, surcharge if applicable, cess always applicable. After we learn these concepts, we get an amount which is, please pay attention, total tax liability. This is my total due towards the government for the applicable tax year. ये correct है? But is it possible that you have already paid some amount in the form of an advance tax as a prepaid tax? There can be third parties which are paying on your behalf from your money only. TDS by deducting, TCS by collecting. You can also make some payment in the name and nature of advance tax. Final में तो there are quite a few additional things also. There is something called foreign tax credit, double taxation relief करके. There is something called AMT, MAT और AMT credit. AMT credit था, MAT नहीं था ना, MAT minimum alternate tax was not in inter का syllabus. TDS, TCS advance tax, but that also superficial level, उनका कोई weightage नहीं. हाँ, तो इनकम टैक्स एक्ट में तो है ही, बट डबल टैक्सेशन रिलीफ वाज नॉट देयर इन इंटर का सिलेबस. फाइनल में व्हेन यू आर फाइलिंग योर इनकम टैक्स, फाइनल में नहीं मतलब ऑफिस में व्हेन यू आर फाइलिंग योर इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न, यू मस्ट हैव कम अक्रॉस दिस टैक्स कैलकुलेशन के बेसिक, रिबेट, सरचार्ज, सेस, टोटल टैक्स लायबिलिटी. आफ्टर टोटल टैक्स लायबिलिटी you must have come across advance tax and TDS. Those are the only amounts that you have filled, but there are some extra columns which you have kept blank. Relief under section 90, 91, 90A करके there must be one line. मैट AMT क्रेडिट कंपनी होगा तो मैट क्रेडिट, अदर असेसी होगा तो AMT क्रेडिट. All those amounts you left blank because your clients had none of them. You wrote only the TDS वाला part, the advance tax वाला part. But मेरा question ये है that in whichever form you have paid advance tax to the government, whether directly or indirectly through TDS, TCS, is some amount already paid. If there is some amount already paid, so what now you will pay is the balance, and this balance may not always be an amount which is payable. It is possible that the amount is refundable. I will not complicate things. If your tax liability is 1 lakh and your TDS is 1,50,000, liability is still 1 lakh, but payable is negative 50. मतलब I have to take a refund. Like simple. Okay. Supposingly you and anybody who was there from FR, AFM, all subjects enrollment, all subjects, fantastic. Okay. तो धीरे धीरे करके you must have paid वो all subject का क्या वो, अरे पर ठक्कर तो एक तो बड़ा आदमी ना, गलत आदमी पूरा इसने एक साथ दिया होगा. First day he must have given ये ठक्कर, he must have given sir चाहिए तो डबल लो, मेरे पास बहुत है. I know. अब मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि वॉट एवर भी, सपोजिंगली तेरा 100 रुपीज फीस है, मैं एग्जैक्ट नहीं पूछूंगा नहीं तो पीपल विल स्टार्ट कंपेयरिंग तेरे से कितना लिया तेरे से. एग्जांपल 100 रुपीज का फीस है. एट द टाइम ऑफ योर फर्स्ट सब्जेक्ट का बिगिनिंग, ऑल सब्जेक्ट्स का 100, यू पेड 15. तो व्हेन योर नेक्स्ट सब्जेक्ट विल स्टार्ट, अभी क्या 100 वापस देगा क्या? इफ इट इज टक्कर ही कैन स्टिल पे. देखो हम नॉर्मल लोगों की बात कर रहे हैं. When you have already paid something from your liability, you will pay the balance. No. Hello. ये वो अमाउंट है. सर ये सब टाइम पास क्यों कर रहे हो? ये हमको आता है. We know that if there is TDS, if there is advance tax, that will be subtracted. This is not time pass. This is at least 3 to 4 marks का loss in exam. If you are not careful in reading the question, sometimes they use this word, sometimes they use this word. One word you don't read properly, you will lose your marks. I distinctly remember once there was a CA final student who he got an exemption but was supposed to get a rank, और exemption भी मिला तो it was in the late 60s. He expected to be in the 70s. वो 3-4 mark का loss किधर हुआ? I'll tell you one. There was one case scenario MCQ. Case scenario MCQ, I'm sure you know. एक स्टोरी होता है, स्टोरी के ऊपर there were 5 questions. स्टोरी में इनकमिंग डेट, आउटगोइंग डेट गिवन, सो रेसिडेंशियल स्टेटस था, कैलकुलेशन ऑफ टोटल इनकम था, कैलकुलेशन ऑफ टैक्स का एक क्वेश्चन. ही कैलकुलेटेड टोटल इनकम. फ्लॉलेस, एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट, रैंक होल्डर कैटेगरी, नो मिस्टेक, करेक्ट। उसके ऊपर टैक्स कैलकुलेशन सब करेक्ट। सो देयर वाज नॉर्मल इनकम, स्पेशल इनकम, स्प्लिट करना, वेदर रिबेट विल कम और नो, इनकम वाज 80 लाख रुपीस, ही वेरी केयरफुली एडेड 10% सरचार्ज बिकॉज़ इट वाज इंडिविजुअल। कंपनी फर्म का सरचार्ज स्टार्ट्स आफ्टर 1 करोड़, इंडिविजुअल था 10%, परफेक्ट, सेज परफेक्ट, टोटल टैक्स लायबिलिटी। Unfortunately, it was not matching with any of the options. Twice, thrice, 4 times he thought कि मेरा income tax calculation गलत है. Everything was correct. In one of the adjustments, it was written the assessee has sold virtual digital asset, cryptocurrency, for 1 lakh. Sale of crypto पे 1% TDS आता है. And जो tax liability he got no, उसमें से you minus 1,000 rupees. It is matching with the correct option. Because the question was find out the tax payable, not liability. One word, wrong answer. Of course, I know present generation CA students are so intelligent. सबसे नजदीक वाला आंसर. This loud sound only makes it clear कि सर ये सबने किया. As long as there is no negative marking in the exam, it is worth the effort. मैं तो when there was negative mark, I gave CPT. Negative marking था +1 minus 0.25. Wrong answer मतलब -1.4. I still attempted those questions which I didn't know. वही nearest. Because I have some maths here. You don't know 4 questions. You leave all of them. तो 0. You do all 4 wrong. तो -1.25. By chance, by luck, probability में 1 is also correct. 25% probability. +1 minus 0.75. Still better. पॉजिटिव ही होता है. Still better than leaving 2 राइट निकला तो. Think about it. It will be +1.5. Sometimes scoring good marks does not require only knowledge of subjects. Smartness, street smartness. Convince the paper checker that I know it, whether you know or you don't. Write in bad handwriting. CA में नहीं, but CS का भी एग्जाम I have given. CS के एग्जाम I have written. जनगण मन अधिनायक. कंपनी सेक्रेटरी का पेपर. One more answer. दिल मेरा हर बार ये सुनने को बेकरार है, कहो ना प्यार. मजाक नहीं कर. I passed that exam also. Seriously. That's a different story. Some other day I will share it with you. But you understand, you have to be very, very careful about the question is asking you liability ke payable. Because they are 2 different concepts altogether. ये समझा? Hello? Fantastic. So ladies and gentlemen, with this we get done with the chapter tax rates. Harsh, Nash. We get done with the old regime. Harsh, Nash. Old regime ka individual. Now if I do 2, the first question is which 2? कुछ तो होगा. Which 2? Second assessee as per the old regime. First to answer the anxiety of a lot of people. Sir, अगर ऐसे 1.5 लेक्चर तक you will do 1 assessee का tax, that also only in 1 regime, ऐसे तो कैसे होगा? ठीक है. If you have that anxiety के sir, how will we finish our syllabus? So for catering to your anxiety, HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP, we merge them. Let's do them together. जल्दी जल्दी सिलेबस कंप्लीट, भगाओ 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 भगाओ. सम नहीं, सेम है, सेम है, सेम. भगाओ भगाओ नहीं, सिलेबस इज सेम, टैक्स रेट इज सेम. एओपी बीओआई के अंदर दे आर सेइंग वी विल एक्सक्लूड कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी. Listen, not because AOP BOI is not cooperative society. Yeah, cooperative society is not AOP. Is cooperative society also group of people coming together for common purpose? It is AOP. But income tax में what they have done is individual को कैसे we have 1A, 1B, 1C. Hello? तो AOP are of 2 types, cooperative society and others. मतलब you can say C में we will do cooperative society. Is this also AOP? special AOP, just like individual has 1, 2. Otherwise, all other AOPs will come here. We are merging them because we have to rush and finish our syllabus फटाफट. Yes or no? तो same है. First good news. Second good news. When we calculate their basics, congratulations and celebrations. बोल आगे. I want the world to know I am happy as can be. Hey, hey. भागा है क्या तू? Same as 1. 1 है मतलब 0 to 250, 0%, 250 to 5 lakh, 5%, 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20%, more than 10 lakh, 30%. Hello. I will be doing this formality always. Normal income के लिए same slab. Special income will continue to be taxed at special rates. मतलब we'll always split our income, normal income, special income, and special income will always be taxable at special rates, whether it is mentioned or not. देखो formality के लिए I will write always, but whether I write or I don't write, special rate is always applicable. So if HUF also has casual winnings or long-term capital gains, वो भी special rate ही होगा. Otherwise, slabs are absolutely same. Nothing new. The maximum that ICAI can do with you if they want to fool you or confuse you. For example, Lions Club, AOP. Organization, AOP. It was created 100 years ago. And it is resident. Resident 100 years. So basic exemption, 2,50,000. 1A बोला ना. So don't give benefit of senior or super senior. A matlab basic exemption will be 250. That's the only confusion that they can put in a question. So no, supposingly person gets married at the age of 20. Hello, and opens HUF. When this person will become 80 years, so HUF will become 60 years. His basic exemption will become 5 lakh, no? Resident 80 years. And HUF is also 60-year-old. So HUF का basic exemption, हाँ, 2,50,000 always. That's the only thing that they can add. HUF gets separate slabs, which is why HUF is a tax evasion tool. If I have already crossed 30% का threshold and I want to reduce my tax, I can discuss these things with you because now you have studied some GST in life. There is some small business का, small service provider का exemption in GST also. Up to this much turnover you don't have to pay GST. Service में 20 है, goods में I think 40 हो गया. I have little knowledge about, देखो, there is one pani puri wala in Chennai who got GST notice because he received UPI of 40 lakh rupees in the year. You know, Chennai का pani puri wala, 40 lakh का UPI. His knowledge of GST and my knowledge of GST is same. The maximum I know more than him is that service provider, so 18%. 18% also people are not willing to pay. So कैसे? Divide by 118 into 18. That maximum उतना ही आता है. I don't file my own GST returns. There are other people. Sir, क्या sir? आप लोग दो sir, one does not know direct tax, other does not know indirect tax. Two different sir. We have to learn everything. यार ये क्या है? Bro, you are learning income tax and GST. I studied Central Excise Act, Customs Act, Service Tax, VAT, ये सब. And then college के TY/BCom में CST अलग था, Central Sales Tax. You have to learn only one indirect. Customs and FTP must also be there maybe. ठीक है. But point ये है that HUF is a tax evasion tool. People create HUF and divert their income and exploit slabs. So sir, why the government does not abolish HUF? HUF can be opened by people belonging to Hinduism, Jainism, Sikhism, Buddhism. पहले वो clear. This is too basic. In India, there is a law called Hindu Succession Act. Under the Hindu Succession Act, 4 generations of a Hindu male will have right over the family income. Every member in the HUF will be getting income from the family income. So because the income tax department did not want to run behind every individual member, we will make HUF keep HUF in the definition of person. collect tax from the HUF. Once HUF has paid tax and the income is distributed, members के लिए it is exempt. It was exempt in the old act, it is exempt in the new act. Old act में everything was written in section 10. New act में they have made schedules. Exempt income as per schedule 2, exempt income as per schedule 3. Instead of writing in the act. But exemption है. Is it a tax evasion tool? Why is it not abolished? Hinduism, Jainism, Sikhism, Buddhism. If it is abolished, people of 4 religions will become anti-government. ग्लेन बोलता है मैं पहले से हूं सर. देखो पता है ग्लेन, आई विल टेल यू व्हाट दिस गाय डिड. मगन, ये अनिकेत का नाम रखा था मगन. आफ्टर योर इंटर का सिलेबस गॉट ओवर, वन डे ही मैसेज मी. देखो याद है इसका मैसेज था, सर हाउ कैन ग्लेन यू वोंट बी ऑफेंडेड नो इफ आई से. बोलने के बाद में तो बोलेगा क्या. ही आस्क्ड मी सर अगर किसी क्रिश्चियन को एचएफ ओपन करना है तो कैसे कर सकते हैं. क्वेश्चन अभी हाउ डू यू आंसर दैट क्वेश्चन. हाउ डू यू आंसर. देखो मेरा आंसर याद है. अभी दूसरा कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है. देयर इज ओनली वन पॉसिबिलिटी हियर. मतलब अभी मैं क्या करूं यार. मैक्सिमम वी कैन पुट ऑन सम म्यूजिक है ना, मेरा यस्सु यस्सु. दूसरा कोई ऑप्शन देख. ग्लेन सॉरी बट बुरा मत लगाना. अगर हिंदू सक्सेशन एक्ट इज फॉलोड बाय हिंदुइज्म, जैनिज्म, सिखिज्म, बुद्धिज्म, ऑल अदर रिलीजन, देयर इज नो पारसी अनडिवाइडेड फैमिली और क्रिश्चियन अनडिवाइडेड फैमिली और मुस्लिम अनडिवाइडेड फैमिली. वो कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है. बिकॉज इन इंडिया वी फॉलो रिलीजियन बेस्ड सिविल कोड्स. The rules for marriages, the rules for divorces, the rules for how many children to have, the rules for inheritance are not common. They are religion wise changing. We have a proposal of having something called uniform civil code, where irrespective of caste, community, creed, religion, number of marriages, number of children, inheritance, everything will be uniform. Till the time it is not implemented. What if I tell you, Goa में क्या system मालूम है? Every income earned has to be shared 50% with your spouse, except salary. Because they follow Portuguese civil code. So Goa, Dadra, Nagar Haveli, Daman, even today 50% of your income has to be surrendered to your spouse. 50 only. Those who don't have Portuguese civil code उनको 100 होता है. You understood? HUF can't be abolished because the government which is governing the country right now has ideology called Hindutva. So if we are getting elected on the ideology of Hindutva, then we can't make anti-Hindu measure. और ऐसा तो नहीं है ना कि HUF got created after 2014. HUF perpetually existed. Why will they remove it? What is the exploitation by creating HUF? Slabs you are again taking same 0 to 250, 250 to 5. AOP BOI तो separate assessee only. AJP के अंदर, I know at this level of your life and career, I don't have to explain to you what is HUF or what is AOP or what is artificial juridical person. But in case you have a pet at home, किसका था? Pet at home? नहीं सर, मेरे को ही घर पे कुतरा बोलते हैं. I am only that pet at home. You never know. I am just asking you. Your pet runs a race. Pet का income हुआ. You are the caretaker. Pet, robot. If you have a robot जिसका income हुआ, so the caretaker has to be doing all the compliances. AJP. In सबका slabs will be same as individual. Basic tax is clear. If there is any special rate, we will split and apply the special. After basic tax, what are the 3 concepts that you need to know? You will please give me the answer of this. Huh? हे भगवान, ये सीरी बोल रहा है आई एम नॉट अ पर्सन और अ रोबोट, आई एम हियर टू हेल्प. ये उसको पंचायती रिबेट. ये वो बैकअप सबका प्रॉपरली प्रोसेस हो गया ना. योर प्लीज मेक श्योर दैट योर डाउनलोड, यू मस्ट हैव रिसीव्ड ईमेल एंड व्हाट्सएप एज पर द इंस्ट्रक्शंस. इट्स अ न्यू ऐप. वो यू मस्ट हैव, व्हेन यू वर इन इंटर यू मस्ट हैव डाउनलोडेड माय ओल्ड ऐप. इट्स अ न्यू ऐप नाउ 2.0 करके. सो हम मेरा खुद का ऐप था, वो आपका बैच के बाद में लॉन्च किया था. डाउनलोड वो एप्पल में चल रहा है कि नहीं चल रहा है वो देखना, बिकॉज एप्पल इज ऑलवेज अ प्रॉब्लम. तो दुबे जी चेक. अभी नहीं once you download, use your correct email address on the correct device, because वो device change and email change on वो सब नहीं होता है. The moment you log in the correct device with the correct email, my courses में you will get the course. जैसे you will hit the activate button, वो वीडियो उसमें दिखने लग जाएगा. And every day the moment the lecture is over, मतलब लेक्चर ओवर होते ही it won't be visible. उसके बाद में I have to stop and upload. अपलोड होने के इमीडिएटली बाद it will be visible. You will get a notification. Your video has been uploaded in the course that is assigned to you. हेलो, हाँ, तो वो एप्पल में हमेशा कुछ ना कुछ प्रॉब्लम होता ही रहता है. तो आई वांट टू चेक कर लेना आप लोग के, इफ देयर इज एनी प्रॉब्लम लेट मी नो टुडे इटसेल्फ. आई विल गेट इट रिजॉल्व्ड एज अर्ली एज पॉसिबल. हाँ, डिबेट का आंसर दो. नॉट एप्लीकेबल. सरचार्ज, हे कांग्रेचुलेशंस. 10, 15, 25, 37 same. 25, 37 not applicable in certain special cases. Same. Marginal relief, everything is same. Surcharge का concept पूरा का पूरा same. Small twist, because till the time you don't have small twists, auntie does not get good sleep. तो small twist तो होगा. She says if you are an AOP, is AOP falling in this second वाला case? HUF, AOP, AJP, and this AOP has only corporate members. You can say association of companies. Let me take an example. Association of Indian pharmaceutical companies. Who are all the members of this association? Only companies. मतलब we don't have any individual member, we don't have any firm member, only corporate members. So we have maximum 15% surcharge. 25, 37 is not applicable only. मतलब after 1 crore what will be surcharge of this AOP? 15. After 2 crore 15. After 5 crore 15. Till infinity 15. 25, 37 not applicable. To which AOP? Having only corporate members. 25, 37 not applicable. ये खत्म, डन हो गया. लास्ट स्टेप. For those wondering, sir, full lecture yesterday and today मिला के you finish, don't finish one assessee also to syllabus, bro. 4 assessies हो. Individual HUF, AOP, BY, AJP done. ये clear हुआ? Everyone? चलो. Next. Third assessee. Because we have discussed this, no? तो इसको complete कर लेते हैं. AOP, BY being a, so that we know individual का 3 categories done. AOP का 2 categories done, HUF no subdivision done, AJP done. After which we will be left only with firm, local authority and companies. Cooperative societies का tax also will be calculated on the basis of slabs. But there is, very basic जैसा slab. They say first 10,000 rupees के ऊपर societies will pay 10% tax. Next 10,000, next 10,000 will be from where to where? 10 to 20, and more than 20,000 we will be having 30%. शॉर्टकट करना है ना, तो at 20,000 you have 3,000 rupees. पहले वो कंफर्म होता है, then I take you ahead. First 10,000 पे 1,000, next 10,000 पे 2,000, 10 and 20. So at 20,000 how much tax do you have? 3,000. Balance will go in 30%. ये क्लियर हुआ? हेलो, पक्का? एवरीवन? Formality still has to be done. If an income is taxable at, it won't come in these slabs. Special rate is always going to be applicable. So basic tax will be this much only on normal income. Special income will continue to be taxed at special rates. ये clear हुआ? After basic tax, what is our next step? जल्दी बोलो. Not applicable. Next is, now here is where things will start becoming very, very ugly, complicated. Surcharge is one of the worst areas to study because there is so much variety that you end up losing marks. Individual के लिए we had 10, 15, 25, 37. 10 will start the moment you cross 50 lakh. अभी देखो, if your net taxable total income is up to rupees 1 crore, no surcharge. So keep on telling yourself in your brain, हो क्या रहा है? If your income is 40 lakh, individual zero surcharge, cooperative society zero surcharge. If your income is 60 lakhs, individual 10%, society no surcharge. Society का surcharge will start after 1 crore. After 1 crore, individual का surcharge will become 15. Society का surcharge is 7. But that also only till 10 crore. After 10 crore, individual is in 37. क्योंकि individual तो after 5 only is in 37. Hello? After 2 crore 25, after 5 crore 37. But इसका 12. So for individual HUF we have 0, 10, 15, 25, 37. But for cooperative societies we have 0, 7, 12. Individual के time पे I told you this, see if you remember. Surcharge will come for everyone, rates are different. And कुछ ज्यादा ही variety है. So firm का again it is different. Domestic company it is different from others but same as this 0, 7, 12. Non-domestic company again it is different. Every assessee cess is same, every assessee surcharge is different. Not now, but after we finish a good amount of our syllabus, one day I will give you a task on surcharge, which will happen after first 15 chapters. Today we are learning old regime ka surcharge. Tomorrow we will learn new regime ka surcharge. Then we will do special rates of tax ka chapter, so we will learn some special surcharge. Then we will learn minimum alternate tax, alternate minimum tax. We will learn wahan ka surcharge. Cess is same at all the places. Surcharge is different. उसके बाद में I will give you one activity to do. Because variety is too much, so you need to perform that activity. Homework नहीं, compulsion नहीं. Those who want to do good in exam will do that, but not now. अभी खाली सीखते जाओ किधर किधर कितना कितना surcharge. 0, 7, 12. After 1 crore 7 and greater than 10 crore में 12. This is why I like HEC. Please Ambrose आंटी को मत बोलना जाके. Same. Always same. Always 4%. अरे understood? पक्का? Fantastic. Do you realize with this we have finished individual, HUF, AOP, BOI का both categories and also AJP. Next, a partnership form. And every time in income tax law, wherever and whenever we say partnership form, it will always also include all income tax provisions applicable to normal partnership firm will also be applicable to LLP. एक एक्सेप्शन याद है क्या? हाँ 44 AD presumptive. अभी वो 58 में. हाँ, even today it is the same. So LLPs are not going to be eligible for presumptive income. Otherwise, everywhere else. And when we will do presumptive income, no. When we will do partnership ka chapter, no. At that time we will discuss. Till the time we don't officially discuss the exception. For you people right now, wherever we say firm, it will include LLP, and same tax rate is also applicable for local authority. Firm or LLP, it is same. Step number 1, basic tax. Basic tax for partnership firms will be flat rate of 30%. No basic exemption, no slabs. You and me will earn 1 lakh, 0 tax होगा, basic exemption. फर्म को 30,000, 10,000 का इनकम 3,000 टैक्स, 1,000 rupees income 300 rupees tax, 10 rupees income 3 rupees tax. Bro, every rupee will be taxable at a flat rate of 30%. मतलब no basic exemption, no slabs, every rupee flat 30. As an assessee it is bad. यार no basic exemption, direct 30. हाँ direct 30. As a CA student it is good. सोच पहले NTTI total calculator पे NTTI वैसा लिखेगा NTTI. That total has come on your calculator. You write NTTI on the answer paper. Let that NTTI remain on your calculator. Because you don't have to do 0, 5, 20, 30. This amount which is already on your calculator into 30 divided by 100 into 0.3 into 30 and percentage, ये सब सेम होता है. अबे this is how you will calculate partnership firms का, even companies का flat rate of tax. Basic tax flat rate of 30%. हाँ, formality क्या है? Every time I do this, I feel like not doing it, but then I don't want confusion. Everywhere I write, here I don't write, तो आपको लगेगा कि firms को there is no special rate. नहीं, whenever an income is taxable at special rate, across assessees, special rate will always apply. Whatever tax rates I am teaching you, it is only for normal rates, मतलब normal income. ये clear है? फटाफट बोलो. Rebate not applicable because rebate applies only to individuals. Second, is surcharge applicable to all assessees? Again, variety. For individual HUF, surcharge will start the moment you cross 50 lakh. But for companies, firms, cooperative societies, surcharge does not come till 1 crore. Exact 1 crore पे zero. सुनो individual लोग, at exact 1 crore, we have to pay 10% surcharge. They have no surcharge. इनका surcharge will start after 1 crore. तो cooperative society 1 crore के बाद how much? 7 till 10 crore, and after 10 till infinity they have direct 12 till infinity. So now if they cross 1 crore it is 12, more than 5 crore it is 12, more than 10 crore, more than 20 crore, more than 100 crore, only 12% till infinity. So after 1 crore till infinity 12%. So one more variety हो गया, 10, 15, 25, 37, then 0, 7, 12. Now we have 0 and 12. Domestic company will also come, non-domestic company will also come, then special rates का surcharge will come, then MAT AMT का surcharge will come. Surcharge throughout the law is different in different cases, and this is why things that matter in life, कभी-कभी कोई छोटी-छोटी खुशियां, you know, HEC always 4%, always 4%. अरे समझा क्या bro? What if I tell you that at this stage we have reached that stage of our life where we are actually left with only one assessee in the older regime? Check कर. Individual, HUF. I first asked you person का definition before starting tax rates. Individual done, HUF done, firm LLP done, AOP BOI done, local authority done, artificial juridical person done. एक ही तो बचा. And you are CA final students now. Grow up mentally also. You have to understand that company का tax rate is the most important of all, because you are going to become, इधर से you get out, मतलब ऐसे गलत बात मत, इधर से मतलब CA बन के you get out of your education वाला field and you become a professional now in the next few months, matter of few months now. Your name will change, there will be a prefix added, you will be starting your practice. Individual का भी cases will come to you, HUF का cases will come to you. For that, higher articles. Make them do individual HUF का work. अरे you have to do the bigger things in life. You have to do calculation of total income and tax of companies, firms, LLPs, आपका political parties, cooperative societies. You have to learn provisions of charitable trust. वो सब करना है. For छोटा-छोटा work, higher articles. Every 10 clients, one article. Hello? Don't hire one CA. Hire 5 articles. Cost benefit में सस्ता, काम same. So ladies and gentlemen, very very important thing will be the beginning of tomorrow's lecture. ये समझ में आता है? Please revise this much and come. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you very much. Have a nice day, please.